Welcome back to Gills Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Everybody feeling today?
Better than the Cavs.
Better than Cavs.
Hey, better than this. Damn sure.
Better than the Cavs.
Woo. That's a tough one.
Better than Kenny Atkinson.
I'm going to use one of Kenny's timeouts right now.
Please. Please. I mean, you got 4 of them.
You got 4 of them, Kenny.
Took him home with him.
Shit, I mean, you lose 2. What you keeping on 4 for?
Hey, listen, taking him home, hey, you gonna put him on his mantle.
Wow. We will discuss that shortly, but this is Gills Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. I'm merely your host, Josiah Johnson. We got one of the biggest legends in the sports media game, Skip Bayless, back in the building here with us. Representing Tough Crowd, card-carrying country club member, also Tough Crowd Golf, the newest and truest installation in the Tough Crowd family, Mr. B, Brandon Jennings. Yes, sir. On this side of the couch, we got a distinguished gentleman from Oak Cliff, former #1 pick, Kenyon Martin.
Fucking hands look like Nick over here. Hey,
Can we get Kenyon some moisturizer?
please. My shit look like, I look down like, oh, these don't belong to me.
Last but not least, the man they call Cemetery Larry, NCAA champion of the world, Dr. Rashad McCants, PhD, back here with us.
Yes, sir.
That was easy.
See, representing for New York,
Absolutely, you know,
Knicks and
Tams
Spurs.
and-
yeah, I'm a real knicker. I'm a real knicker, man.
Oh, well, we got a lot to get into. Here's what's cracking in Gills. Wait, before we do, can just want to make sure you're properly moisturized?
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay.
I ain't
Let us know we good to go.
Uncomfortable.
We'll call another Kenny
I'd have been
Atkinson.
sitting over here like this doing the show if I ain't getting no love. I mean,
We got a lot to discuss. Here's what's cracking in Gills Arena today. The Knicks overcame a 22-point fourth quarter deficit to take Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Will the Cavs recover from their epic meltdown? The Mavs and Jason Kidd mutually agreed to part ways after 5 seasons. How will this move impact the franchise and their franchise player moving forward? And Wemby, coming off a historic performance in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, is the alien in the convo for the best player in the league right now. We will discuss, but before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's available in most states, including Texas, California, and Florida. New customers get $50 in bonus entries when they play just $5. To get started, just use code GIL when you sign up, and it'll load instantly. Underdog, make picks, win money with code GIL. And with the playoffs heating up, Underdog is dropping 6 40% boosts during the conference finals. Boost your lineups all series long and call your shot on Underdog. Shout out for them 40% boosts. They do make a difference, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't watch this show live with us on YouTube, we got audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. So let's start in the East. Cavs and Knicks tipped off their Eastern Conference Final Series Tuesday night in the Garden. Cavs blew out the Pistons in Game 7 in Detroit Sunday to advance to their first conference final since 2018. Meanwhile, the Knicks were posted at the crib like a mailbox for the past 9 days after sweeping the Sixers. New York was plus 194 in their first 2 series, the largest margin ever through a team's first 10 postseason games. Got some good news with the return of OG Anunoby after missing 2 straight games with a right hamstring strain. The Cavs look poised to pull off another road upset after starting the postseason 0-5 away from their crib. But the King of New York defended his castle to guide his squad to one of the biggest comebacks in playoff history. Let's take a look at the highlights, if we can, please. The Cavs struck first, taking advantage of a rusty Knicks squad to take an early lead, but the Knicks fought back in the quarter with a 15-3 run to take a 7-point lead after the first frame. Cavs' 16 points was the fewest in any quarter this postseason, but Cleveland responded in the second quarter, outscoring the Knicks 32-23. And in the first half of the 21-8 run to take a 2-point lead into the break. Cavs continue rolling in the third quarter. Cleveland had 5 players scoring double figures, with Donovan Mitchell leading the way with 29 points, 5 boards, and 6 steals. Evan Mobley added 15 and 14 boards on 6 for 16 shooting. James Harden had 15 on 5 of 16 shooting, along with 6 turnovers. 6 times this postseason, Harden had more turnovers than made field goals. Cavs led by 22 with just under 8 minutes remaining. But then Jalen Brunson got to cooking, scoring 15 points in the fourth quarter as he had his way with Harden and the Cavs defense. Brunson finished with a game-high 38 points, along with 6 assists and 3 steals. It was his 16th career Knicks playoff game with 35-plus points. Mikal Bridges added 18 points on 7 of 11 shooting, while OG Anunoby and Cat both had 13. Big Bodega also had 13 rebounds and 5 assists, along with a game-high 7 turnovers. So Knicks went on a 28-6 run to claw their way back into the game, thanks in large part to plays like that from Jalen Brunson. They were just picking on James Harden, man. Very, very unfortunate to see, but Mighty Mouse out there doing work, making it go. Mikal Bridges, they were hating on Mikal Bridges earlier in the playoffs, but he's come along and come very strong in these past few games. Knocked down that big three right there to cut the lead to 3. And then Landry Shamet hit this 3 to tie things up with under a minute remaining. Harden and Brunson exchanged buckets to keep things tied up. James Harden got that one right there. But Brunson came right back. Said, I got that for you. Tied things up at 101. Game on the line. Sam Merrill had a chance for the win, but his 3 went in and out. Almost got a preemptive bang from Mike Breen. As game 1 of the Eastern and Western Conference Finals both went to overtime for the first time in league history. OG Anunoby and Jalen Brunson scored the first 6 points in overtime. Then Landry Shamet hit another big 3 to extend the lead to 9 with under 2 minutes remaining. Shamet 3 for 3 from distance in the fourth quarter in overtime. Knicks ended the game on a 44-11 run in the final 12:49 of regulation and overtime to close out this game. Cavs shot 22% from the field during that stretch, with Mitchell and Harden going to combine 1 for 10 in that time frame, while the Knicks shot 71% in crunch time. It was the Knicks' largest playoff comeback win since at least 1970. Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell had this to say after the game.
Keep fighting, keep chipping away. You know, we're not going to get it back in one possession. Most importantly, sticking together. You know, no matter how that game finished, now habits translate, and so they translate to the next game. So just finishing the game strong, regardless of whatever's going on, making sure we're having the right habits. So, you know, we'll be going to the next game. You know, we're doing what we're doing. You know, we're not just giving up. You know, we don't want to give up ever. And so, just having faith in each other.
It's one loss. It's a bad loss, but all we can do is go back and watch the film and fix it.
How do you recover from this? You said
it's one game. We could have lost by 40. Still would have been 1-0. So we just watched the film. We played, you know, pretty solid for 3 quarters or so. We'll make adjustments and go from there.
I said in the locker room, just that. We lost. We fucking blew it. All right, let's round for game 2. Simple as that.
We effing blew it. Over the last 30 postseason entering this game, teams down 22 points in the fourth quarter were 1 and 594. Knicks made it 2 and 594 with this gutsy performance. Skip, we will start with you. What are your thoughts on the Knicks' comeback win over the Cavs in game 1 in the Garden?
So, I've been doing this for a while, and in all my years, I've never seen anything quite like that. If I didn't know better, and I hope I do know better, it was like the Cleveland Cavaliers up 22 with 7.5 minutes left, just decided to lose. Just stopped playing, stopped competing, stopped coaching. And I'm talking about Donovan Mitchell and James Harden and Kenny Atkinson in order. Just stopped. Just disappeared. Maybe they weren't trying to lose, but they quit trying to win the basketball game. And I slept on it, and I still can't figure it out. And the flashpoint moment for me was the second Landry Shamet 3 came with 45 seconds left. He missed it. It's long, and it hits long, and you guys have shot 1 million of these, and if you hit the long side of the rim, it ain't going down from that far out because it's just going too fast. And it hit just perfectly to carry them up sideways off the backboard, drop down, hit the back iron, hit the short rim, just softly enough that it hung and fell forward through. And when that shot fell, I said, that's it, it's over. Even though that just tied the game, I said, they are done. But they were really done for the last 7.5 minutes of the game. A 44-11 run that they give up all the way through the overtime, which was a joke. And my biggest takeaways are, this is why you don't trade for James Harden. I'm sorry. Yes, he won an MVP in his time. His perimeter skills were one of one, but he has consistently displayed in his biggest moments in playoff games. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say he has loser intangibles. That's what he has. He is a turnover waiting to happen in the biggest moments. He's an airball three waiting to happen in the biggest moments. He has a long history of playoff flameouts and disappearances. And last night was classic James over the 44-11 run. He goes 1 of 5, 0 of 3 from 3 with a turnover and 2 missed free throws. Both of them big momentum maker breakers. And as you point out, they just hunted him on defense, but everybody now hunts him on defense. He's going on 37 years of age. And yet, how can Kenny Atkinson just sit over there and watch it happen again and again and again? Jalen Brunson, who was great late, I take nothing away, but again, this was much more of an epic collapse than an epic comeback, because I'm just watching Jalen Brunson just get the switch, just go down and get the switch, just get the pick switch. Oh, he's got James Harden, and he scores 7 of 8 baskets on James Harden. Where is Kenny Atkinson? We're watching the other series, and obviously the San Antonio Spurs are just saying no to SGA. They're just saying, you can't do this. 2 people are going to take you just past half court, and you're going to have a hard time getting anywhere near the paint. And they get the switch on James Harden, and there's never a double team. It's just, here, you can have it, and you can have it again. And yeah, we're totally comfortable with James Harden playing. I don't know what happened to Max Strus. I know he had 5 fouls, but he's the only defender that they really have, and he just doesn't make it back into the game, and I don't know why. And then you brought up the timeouts. Again, you got 2 left with 3 minutes because you lose the 2 before. He did use 1 much earlier, but in the last 3 minutes, you have to use your 2 timeouts just to try to break the momentum, or at least try a strategy session. Let's switch something up on defense or on offense. Let's call a play. Let's try to snap Donovan Mitchell back into life a little bit. Let's call a play for Donovan Mitchell. Let's let him touch the basketball, because down the stretch, Donovan Mitchell in that 44-19 run, he goes 0 for 5, 0 for 2 from 3, but more important, he shoots 0 free throws. The whole rest of the game, he made his last basket with 8:49 left in regulation. Donovan Mitchell doesn't get to the free throw line. He is a beast of a bitch to guard. He can get to the rim whenever he's got the physique, right? I mean, he just is. He's hard to guard because he plays so strong. And he stopped playing, and I don't know why. And it comes down to the last possession in regulation. And James Harden dribbles the ball. They got plenty of time. It's a tie game now. If you told the Cavaliers before game 1 at Madison Square Garden, it's going to be a tie game and you're going to have the ball with 12 seconds left, wouldn't you say, okay, we'll take that. We can do that.
Absolutely.
We got some scores. We got some people. We got Donovan Mitchell on our side.
Facts.
And James Harden dribbles past half court, and they send Sam Merrill out to pick for James, who wants no part of this. Like, there's no way he's going to shoot this or try to get to the free throw line, because we know what's going to happen if he's at the free throw line. And Jalen Brunson leaves and doubles James Harden, which was crazy. And James goes behind the back, bounce pass to Sam Merrill, who was 3 of 6 from 3 at that point, but he didn't even start for the Cavaliers. So he's got the ball in his hands, and Donovan Mitchell is standing on the right wing as an innocent bystander or a guilty bystander, right? He's just over there, just standing there like, I don't play now. I'm not part of this team. I'm just watching. I'm having fun watching this collapse. And Sam Merrill's like, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess you guys want me to do. You want me to shoot this shot? And he shoots it, and it takes a whole rotation around the rim, inside the rim, and the rim spits it out. Because by that point, the basketball god said, no, Cavaliers, you did not earn this. You're not going to get any luck from us. They said, you are done because this is what you deserve.
Thanks.
And that was that, because the overtime was 14-3. The game was over when that shot lipped. So in the end, shame on you, Cleveland, for trading for James Harden. That's just me.
You took it all the way over there, then we came back.
Go right back to it. Yeah, hell yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, Mr. B, what are your biggest takeaways from that Knicks 22-point comeback, Cavs epic meltdown, game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals?
I mean, well, Mike Brown didn't coach good either. And Kenny Atkinson, he looked like he was trying to compete to see who can, out-coach who at that time.
Mid-off?
I don't know what he was doing. So, let's just start there with the coaching. I mean, you lose a 22-point lead with 8 minutes to go, which is unheard of. You have all these timeouts. You were dependent on Mobley to be able to shoot your threes. He was shooting 8 threes. And Donovan Mitchell, I mean, come on, man. The game is on the line. You're supposed to be the number 1 option. You give the ball to James Harden, you go stand in the corner. I think that's very unacceptable for a person that we call a superstar. I apologize. I might have to unapologize, just depending on how this shit gonna go. And the way they did James, 21 possessions. I mean, just having them out there, that was just, coaching. That was just terrible coaching. I mean, if Cleveland don't get out of this series, I wouldn't be surprised if the coach ain't fired, just off this one game. Because this is a game where now game 2, you're definitely not beating the Knicks in game 2. The place, if you thought it was loud then, just think about what it's going to be for game 2. So we already know this is going to be a 2-0. And I mean, with this momentum and the way Brunson is playing, as long as James Harden's out there, we're just going to keep putting him in pick and roll. So you're not going to sit him. So you guys are just kind of basically just out of luck now. And you guys look tired, and you guys are tired because you guys played around with Detroit. You guys went 7 games with a team that only had one guy that can score, and now you guys are playing New York, which is way better, and the energy is better. And this guy over here, Brunson's playing like one of the best Knicks ever. So yeah, I mean, man, just good luck, and we'll see what happens.
Good luck. Donovan Mitchell, corner with freedom in that final possession.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to be the number 1 guy. Like, why are we giving this is your team. James just got here.
Brandon, considering taking your apology back.
Yes.
Considering it.
I'm considering it, yes.
After one game. Oh, well, let's shift over to this side of the couch. Kenyon, what were your biggest takeaways from the Knicks getting the win, Cavs epic meltdown in game 1 of the ECF?
The Knicks kept playing. Cleveland did Cleveland things. It's the effort that the Knicks, Jalen Brunson saw a couple baskets go through, it energized them, right? It revitalized the building. But yeah, it's a situation. I've been a part of something similar, to be honest. Like, we was at Boston, and yeah, we were big in Boston, and they came back, and it like that, and like shell shock, right? But how fragile can you be in the next game, right? Is depend on the series, right? But what I took from Kenny Atkinson not calling timeout or taking James out was, you've been in this shit too long, bruh. I'm not finna, you gotta try, right? You do all that scoring and shit down here, you gotta try. And that's what I took from it. Like, if we're not gonna double, we're not gonna do none of it. You gotta, like I told Chet, gotta put your big boy pants on, James. Because they're making it obvious what they were trying to do. And Jalen Brunson had it going, man. For the team not to double or do anything different is weird. For players not to try to do something different while doing one of those timeouts that the coach didn't change the way that we're defending it. You got Donovan over there, you got James over there, who we look at as leaders for that team, and no one's like, yo, they run another pick and roll, and we just gonna trap him and get the ball out of his hands. But they didn't do that, and that was the result. Yeah, you had a golden opportunity in Cleveland to get game one, which as we all know is the easiest game of the series to get. To Donovan's point, y'all played well 3.5 quarters, which is not good enough. With I think it was 7:39 to go in the game to skip for 7.5 minutes. The Cavs had a 99% probability, 99.9 probability to win the game. And it flips like that's hard to do. Like that is really hard. You got to try to lose to do that. And they did everything to lose the game.
Yeah.
But I think the Knicks understand what like the days off, all those things might have played a factor, but you did enough to win game one. And you understand how you need to come out in game two. I like some of the things Mike Brown did early, playing Mitch Robinson and Cat together, which I thought the last series should have did, playing Stewart and Paul Reed and Duran together, because you got two bigs in Cleveland. Like, that's key, right? So you got Mitch Robinson down there wrestling with Jared Allen. That's a wash, and I think that was good at times. Larry Shaman was a plus 25 in 9 minutes of action.
You've been sitting over there. It's like, when you gonna put me in?
Yeah, plus 25 in 9 minutes of game action is unheard of. But there was a lot of unheard ofs in this game. But the Knicks did what they had to do, man, to come back and take to get game one. And I'm pretty sure they'll be more focused for game two. With them timeouts, Kenny Atkinson, hope he can.
I'm gonna call another one.
Call another one.
Call another one. Kenny's timeouts right here.
Good job.
Unused.
Yeah.
Shift over to Dr. Rashad McCants, PhD. Rocking the butters. Properly loosened, not choked up.
Never.
Like the Cavs.
Never.
In that final 7 minutes.
I really be in New York. I'm really from there. Low key.
Well, what were your biggest takeaways from the Knicks getting that 22-point comeback win? 22 points in the fourth quarter, 7:39 to go.
I mean, I guess we address multiple things. First, the elephant in the fucking room. If we're gonna talk hoop, let's talk hoop from the totality of it, which is the New York Knicks had time off. You can call it ring rust, you can call it rim rust, you can call it we ain't been on the court. That's at a certain point when we talk the preparation of the game. There's the team that has momentum from playing a 7-game series, and they can come in and they can hit you right in the mouth and take the game away from you, because if you really go back and look at the game, the Knicks did not hit shots in the first half. They did not hit shots, but they were still in the game at halftime. I don't think that the Cavs played good basketball in the first 3 quarters. I think they survived the fact that the New York Knicks were trying to heat up and trying to get their lather back from what they know to be winning basketball. And so when you look at the fourth quarter, the Cavs go up 20 points based on, I guess you could call it turnovers, I guess you can call it just not hitting shots, or you could just say that the Cavs got it going. Regardless of what that is, Jalen Brunson knew he was going to wake up, because like I told you guys before, Jalen Brunson is a hell of a basketball player. Now, the other side of the coin, when you talk about the Cavs, as a coach, it's only so much he can do. Kenny Atkinson only can do so much. Let's say he does take a timeout and we have to kumbaya. Kenyon mentioned the word shell shock. Shell shock means when everybody is sitting in the huddle and we have this face that's like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Right? Everybody don't know what to say to nobody else. Everybody just straight faced. But then what I know to be true is that one leader on that team is coming into that huddle, whether it's a Udonis Haslem or Chucky Atkins or whoever, Anthony Carter, fucking Kenyon.
Yeah.
Hey, wake the fuck up. What we doing? This ain't us. Usually it should be the star player, because he's the one that has to answer the message. So when that star player, which should have been Donovan Mitchell, hey, let's go. Fuck this. Hey, look, they made their run. We have to make ours. The only way we sustain our lead is if we answer the run. So if we don't answer the run, they're going to get back in this game because they have home court advantage. The team and the crowd are energized. We have to take it out. Now, we go back, you look at Michael Jordan in the Garden, Kobe Bryant in the Garden, when they have that run, Reggie Miller in the Garden. When I hit that shot and that crowd goes, fuck, Reggie again, Michael again, Kobe again, Paul Pierce again, whoever it is, it gives everybody back down to the earth. That did not happen because neither one of those star players, James Harden or Donovan Mitchell, had the guts to get the team together and say, give me the ball, I got it. James made a little step back in the middle of the lane. It wasn't enough. We already had enough momentum and we've been picking you out. The other thing is, who's going to tell James that he needs to step the fuck up? Who's holding James accountable for, hey, look, bro, what are you going to do? He's coming at you. It don't matter who we put you on. We got to tell that man that. We're going to have to. Gonna have to.
He didn't play enough playoff games.
To know
We're a team. What time it is?
We're a team.
Man,
we're a team.
You know you're getting cooked.
We're a team.
You know you're getting
still
cooked.
a team. Hey, James, you want to switch this?
Exactly.
You want to switch this? Are we going to double this?
Well, yeah, that's the message.
Ain't too many baskets I'm going to sit back and watch without me saying something to James or the coach. Hey, listen, man.
Do you think he recognized that at some point?
Yes. Okay. Man, listen, you know the motherfucker. You know when somebody scored two straight buckets on you.
Yeah, you know.
You know somebody scored 2 straight on you.
So what are we doing as a group?
How we gonna do
Our man is on the island. Our man is on the island. That's my man's. He on the island. Hey, listen, James, you see what they doing. You have to show some backbone, or we got to double this.
We haven't called a timeout. We can't make.
We got to do
We're just
something.
out there. He just letting us play. We just out
there. It's on James. Hey,
right.
You know the pick and roll coming. Listen,
or it's on Donovan. How about this? What about Donovan Mitchell?
I got it. But you okay?
That too. But they both got 5 fouls.
Either way it goes,
they both got 5.
They're gonna seek James out. Either way it goes, there was no.
Don't matter. He can be guarding Mobley. He can be guarding Allen. Come get the pick.
Whatever way they was gonna do, they was gonna try to get James on Jalen Brunson, right?
Let's try.
That's my thing. James, listen. Hey, we're gonna jump him.
We gonna jump him.
It's that simple.
We're not gonna just keep beating your ass, bro. We about to jump him.
We're not gonna keep switching. I don't care. Listen.
He jabbing the fuck out you, bro. Wop. Look, duck a little bit.
They made the call, man.
Back.
I think they made the call.
Listen,
because they made that comeback was crazy.
Fight back.
Like it would look like he was coaching on his way out. Like, yo, listen, I'm gonna just let this go because I don't.
Well, like you said,
call like you're talking.
Listen,
they decided.
Listen, I think the NBA was like, no, listen, we can't let the Cavs go up 1-0.
Nah.
The Knicks gotta be 1-0.
You talking about an experienced
the league called Kenny Atkinson.
No.
Okay.
I mean, no. I'm just saying.
Don't use your timeouts, Kenny.
We talking about an experienced team, right? We talking about vets. We talking about a bunch of guys who know how to play the game. Schroeder, all those guys over there.
Schroeder, Harden, Mitchell.
But James is the only one that's ever played in the finals, right?
Probably.
Being over there.
Yep.
And been to the
Strus. Max Strus.
And Strus and been to the Western. Oh yeah, okay.
So you looking at an opportunity for that whole team to look at each other and say, like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Man. Now, I got shout out to my boy Barrington Edwards. We was talking about picking. He wanted some information on who to pick between Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. As far as, oh man, is Jared Allen gonna give me 10 points tonight? And I'm like, Is Evan Mobley gonna give me more than 15? Because it's tricky. It's depending on who you playing, how you playing, and the momentum of the game. And I'm like, the way these guys playing after the first quarter, I don't see it. Why don't I see it? Why don't I see it? They not in there to win it, like Skip said. They found a way to lose the game because they wasn't playing to win the game. You go up 30 after being up 22-8 with 8 minutes left.
No, they was playing to win the first 3 quarters.
No, they was playing to survive. They was trying to survive.
They were playing.
Third quarter they went up. What was it? Fourth quarter they went up. Beginning of the fourth is when they started to actually play. The first 3 quarters was we got to make sure they don't be New York in New York. We just sustain. We just make sure we in the game. And the fourth, we figure out that James can take us home or Donovan can take us home.
Donovan didn't touch the ball though.
Neither one of them showed up. You can't be Superman taking a break.
No.
You stuck in the fucking booth? What you doing, bro?
Superman, no off day.
Come on, man. You don't get stuck in the booth.
Memorial Day, he can't.
Nah, man. No kryptonite for that.
Labor Day, no labor.
Nah, man. But look, the look on his face, that Donovan Mitchell look.
Okay, but
That's scary shit. He's scary.
I've seen him be scary. And to your point, first he needed to take over the huddle and say, this is not going to happen. And then he has to back it up on the court by saying, give me the damn ball and get out of my way.
Yes.
Just give me the ball.
Yeah, the last possession, ball definitely should have been in his hand.
Come on.
Sam Merrill.
5 minutes left.
No, but even if that.
Okay.
The last possession when Sam Merrill took the 3.
Yeah, he didn't touch the ball when James had it.
James had it. The ball should have been in Donovan Mitchell's hand.
Yeah.
What are you doing? But it's like he quit.
He didn't want it.
He didn't want the ball. He just went over and stood on the side like, I'm good.
Guess where he's from, Skip?
I mean, it's his first.
Guess where Donovan Mitchell from?
You mean Westchester, like New York?
New York.
Yeah, okay.
He's from New York.
45 minutes away from the city, though.
The state.
But there's New York, very big state.
State of New York. He's New
York.
York
Lot of stuff going on in New York.
Right? So you know this energy in here. You know what this is.
Yeah. I mean, his father worked for the Mets, right? So he grew up in the culture of the city. Okay. And then the other crazy thing to me, the stat of the night is the Knicks won points in the paint 60-38. And guess who was scoring the points in the paint for the Knicks? The guy who's 6 feet tall. Yeah. And you've got Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. I'm not saying they're a dynamic duo, but they're pretty good.
They've been playing very well this season.
And they can command the paint and they can make it hard. They're not two Wimbies, but they can make it hard on people driving the basketball because there are 2 of them. And Jalen, it's like they stopped playing too because Jalen Brunson just he's scoring points in the paint. He's scoring little runners up high off the glass. He is making you look silly, and it started with James, but once he gets past James, which is no problem, then we're the 2 quote-unquote twin towers. You know, where are they?
Occupied.
I don't know.
They're occupied. You think about points in the paint all game, 60-38.
Yep.
New York, 60-38. That means Jalen Brunson is not settling for the 3.
No.
That means Karl Anthony Towns is not settling for the 3.
They did not.
That means I'm getting Shamet, OG, all of these guys, good quality shots that they just were not hitting.
Man scored 38 points and made 1 3.
1 3.
Yeah.
Big 3.
By the way, the starting lineup for the Knicks, the 5 starters went 6 of 26 from 3 for the whole game. 6 of 26. Come on. If you told me that before the game started, I'd say they're in trouble, man.
Yeah, blown out.
But it didn't matter because they were 60-38 in points in the paint, to your point.
The one thing the Knicks always do, though, they fight back. When given the opportunity to fight back, if we see any weakness in your fight, we know we can bring our Josh Hart to the table.
They can.
And they did. And you look at the actual threes Cleveland kept shooting. They were 16 for 50.
They were.
Shot
for
50 threes.
For 50.
So you look at the opportunity for second chance points that you didn't get because you didn't get no offensive rebounds. But you look at us, we get the stop, we get a rebound, and we're not going to settle for the 3. We're going to chip away, like Jalen Brunson said. Let's chip away at this lead. You cannot eat an elephant in one bite. You have to chip away. Every single stop. You practice this in practice. We get 3 stops, we get a point. We're trying to get to 5. 3 stops, point. 3 stops, point. 3 stops, point. Next thing you know, it's 5-2. We win because we got more stops than you got buckets.
Okay.
And that's the best part about the game right now.
Okay, but it did help that Landry Shamet finally got a shot and made 3 big shots. One was pretty lucky, but he started the whole comeback with the first one that he made. And I love Landry Shamet. He's like
a game time ball.
Wherever he's been, he just comes in and just lights it up. Yep. And he's not afraid, and he's going to change the energy. He's got some Ginobili in him where he just comes in and everything, and he'll fight you on defense too.
Yeah.
And he was he was the X factor in the comeback because the starters aren't making threes, but he made 3 huge ones.
Okay,
Well, I mean, when they were doubling, OG got in the lane and
Yeah.
I mean, they were able to hit some threes, so they were trying to. It's just other guys were just stepping up, like 2 at the same time. Like,
what do you do if you're Mobley and Allen, knowing that they're needed, like they were in the first half? Come in the second half, you're shooting all these threes. Both of them are on the outside. How do you get yourself into the game at that point? As a big,
with Jared Allen is offensive rebounder, so his job is the offensive rebound and defensive rebound and block a shot or two. So that's his contribution. And if he's getting the little pocket pass where he can roll and do his little one right hand, big hand layup and those things, that's one thing. But Evan Mobley, on the other hand, they need his offense in order for them to have success.
15 points.
And him being on the perimeter is not the answer. A few times where they switched, he had a small on him. He did take him to the block. They did look for him. Jalen Brunson got stuck down there a couple times, and they did look for him in that instant. I think it needs to be more of that. I think you got to force feed him. He's not going to demand the ball, so it's on Kenny Atkinson, it's on James, it's on Donovan Mitchell to be guards, right? And realize that big hasn't had a touch in 4 or 5 possessions, right? Run something to get him a touch. Because it's unfortunate that we are at times reliant on guards as bigs, right? And once the floor of the game and certain plays are called and certain guys get it going or not get it going and they're trying to search for their game, bigs can get lost in the fray.
Facts.
And then the old saying, go get it off the glass. Well, no, you can run something for me as well, right? But Jared Allen's job is to keep the plays alive, offensive rebounds, so his energy is needed more than buckets, I think. If he plays with that energy like he has in the last 2 Game 7s, if you look at his numbers in the last 2 Game 7s, astronomical, right? That energy is needed the first 6 games. He plays well, but it just seems for some reason when it's on the line, he just like balls to the wall, like he goes all out and then big time double-doubles in both of those games, closeout games. But Evan Mobley needs someone, James or Donovan, to call his number, right? Not for me to be standing over in the corner. It's not my best attribute. I can shoot it, but I'm an athlete. I'm agile. I need to be making plays on the move. You running little pitch backs for me, and you use my athleticism. And if I get a small on me instead of forcing a 3, let's throw the ball down to me, right? So that's what Evan Mobley can get himself going, I think.
Who's the X factor of this particular game? Who changed the game for both sides? Well, let's just say the Knicks. Fuck it.
Larry Sherman was the X factor. Normally it's Mitchell Robinson because his offensive rebounding, but it was Larry Sherman. It was the 1-3 that Jordan Clarkson made. It was little things like that kept them afloat where they just didn't get buried altogether, I think.
What do y'all think of Mikal Bridges as well? I just want to.
I was gonna say one of them too, but then I had to think about it.
No,
OG went 2 for 9, 1 for 6. He was 8 for 10 from the free throw line, but the things he did was not on the stat sheet. Driving the lanes off that pick and pop with Jalen Brunson, forcing them to collapse, pushing the ball out, getting those guys. I think it came from him stretching the floor, being the stretcher. If you playing Mitchell Robinson and Cat in the same time, that leaves you a little bit vulnerable to being in the paint. That's harder for Jalen Brunson to get inside without getting blocked. But when you stretch the floor with OG, now you got a guy that you can pick and pop with, and you have to full rotate. And I think that's what happened during the run is they were doing the pick and pop with OG. He's wide open. Now you're forcing the rotation. Swing, swing, drive. He gets a layup on Mobley. Swing, swing, drive. He passes it to the corner. Like, these are things I think OG, if you think about it, he wasn't available. We don't know if he's going to play or not. He comes back in. We don't know how rusty he's going to be, but he looked athletic. He's out there trying to dunk on guys. He played defense. He moved his feet. He didn't hit shots like he usually does, but just imagine if he starts. And I think the Shamit and Mikal Bridges did what they're supposed to do. They're contracted to be the guys they were. And I could vote them in as that, but I would say OG was the game changer with his energy and effort.
All right. So would you guys allow me to just quickly hit the lowlights of James Harden's playoff flameouts? Because
If you always hitting low lights
I know.
here, can we mix in some positivity as
Okay,
well?
well,
It's
Not when you
2026.
lose. You don't get no
2026.
positivity when you lose.
this is a classic James Harden night. And tell me if I'm wrong about this, because maybe I am. But here are the facts. And I'll start with this year's playoffs. They play Toronto. It goes 7 games in the first round. And then the 2 games at Toronto, 3 and 4, he has 8 turnovers and 7 turnovers. Then we go to Detroit game 1, 7 turnovers, 1 of 7 from 3. And then Detroit game 2, 3 of 13 and 0 of 4 from 3. And then that classic game 5, he's going down the stretch in the last 2.5 minutes when obviously the 9-point lead was blown and the Cavs came back. But James was trying his best to give it away. He goes 1 of 8 in the last 2.5 minutes in overtime, 0 of 3 from 3 with 3 big missed free throws in overtime and 3 turnovers. But they still survive and win. Then game 6, they're supposed to close out at home, close out Detroit, and he has 8 turnovers. And then game 7, they win by 31, but James Harden in that game goes 2 of 10, 0 of 6 from 3, and somehow they win 125-94, okay? Quickly, last year, game 7, remember, he's a Clipper, and they're at Denver in game 7. They get it to 7 games. And in that game, he just completely disappears and quits shooting. He goes 2 of 8, 1 of 4 from 3, and is a minus 29 in that big game 7 at Denver. Then 3 other quick classics. There's the one at Houston. It's game 7 against Golden State. It's 2018. He goes 2 of 13 from 3.
Yeah, that's
And then-
they missed 27 straight
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a team.
Yeah. Game 6.
Was that OCP?
What's that?
No, Chris Paul.
Yeah, that's when he got hurt.
No, they didn't have Chris Paul. They
Yeah, he got
lost
hurt.
him. He once again pulled his hamstring, which he pulled many times. All right, the classic Spurs game was game 6 at Houston in 2018. I'm sorry, 2017. And the Spurs don't have Kawhi and don't have Tony Parker for this game. Again, it's in Houston, and James has 6 turnovers and goes 2 of 11 from the floor and 2 of 9 from 3. And then the all-time game was the game 5 at Golden State back in 2015, in which he set the all-time NBA playoff record for turnovers in a playoff game with 12. I don't know. It's just it's consistent. When you need him the most, he'll give you the least. That's just me. And he is a great basketball player. He obviously, his resume, he's obviously a Hall of Famer. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. But this screams, hide your eyes, man. Just you better be careful if you're going to lean on him. And you talked yesterday. What is he? Well, he became their facilitator, their point guard, when he is a classic scoring point guard, or he's a 2 guard. I don't know. In his MVP year, he was a 2 guard.
Yeah.
But can he pass? Sure, he can pass the basketball. And they thought, we'll give him the 2 bigs, and he can just pick and roll all day and just drive you nuts. Well, he's a turnover waiting to happen. And then you want to talk about hot, cold from 3. He's mostly cold from 3. Where if he gets it going cold, it's just cold. And the crucial moment last night was the late 3 he just missed everything. And when you miss everything, your team's like, oh God, that's it.
Yo, do you think he should play closer to the basket at his age, James?
But
Like instead of being out on the 3,
Well, all the
because of his
greats
size,
did.
because of his size, and he's so good with the step back and still being able to score. Or do you think he should just get it at that mid post or on that wing now at his age? Because
they make the plays they run. I agree with you, but because it's a foot speed thing now.
exactly. So I'm just thinking, to make it easier.
He's not comfortable doing that.
Yeah,
He's not comfortable doing that.
Yeah, but it's just the offensive thing they run, man.
But you're a scorer, right? So how hard is it just to we're closer.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
closer.
you would think that.
I'm closer now. Just get it to me right here. I'm way more of a threat. And now, if anybody come, I'm still a passer, and I still can do my thing. I think him being around that 3-point line is taking too much energy, trying to get off, trying to do this. It's like now, it's like at the age, man, just give me this shit right here, like a Melo, like whatever, and let's get right to it.
I got a question for you. As a point guard, James is playing bad. Fourth quarter. Comeback is ensuing. Do you sub him? You the point. Let's say you're Schroeder. You're on the bench. Hey, coach, throw me in there. If he's not, we're saying James, without offense, what are you for us if you not giving us James Harden offense?
Yeah,
I can throw Dennis Schroeder in there and we can make it the Donovan Mitchell show. So I'm asking you, like, what would you think a timeout substitution would be? Ice James out for the fourth and get us into the overtime.
That ain't gonna happen.
I mean,
Kenyon Atkinson did say that he thought Harden was playing good defense by and large in that game, though.
they were doubling, they were trying. That's tough. This is the first time we've seen that though from James. They've been winning. You know what I'm saying?
But he's been playing bad.
But they still been winning. At the end of the day, it's one game at the end of the day. But
no adjustment in a 22 point comeback.
The timeout is for me to make the adjustments right. I would have did that. Now,
but what adjustment would you have made?
Am I bringing Dennis in? Yeah, I like Dennis because Dennis Schroeder, he don't care. One thing about it, he don't care. He gonna play hard. He gonna pick up 94 feet. I'm not gonna have to worry about it.
He can make shots too.
Yeah, and he can make shots.
Even though last night he was 1 for 9. But he also led them with 5 assists. So to your point, he's capable of
He's capable of still getting in the middle of the lane. But he also, remember, he had that stun in Detroit. And when he was playing against the Knicks, he was in Detroit. He was so he still has it in him.
Yeah.
So he's just one of those guys to where, the defense will still come down here to 3.
Yes, that's why I'm asking.
He's definitely one of those guys, though.
And we just traded for James Harden.
No, for sure. No, I get it. I get it. But I just seen Detroit, too, sit down their all-star.
Absolutely.
It was like, yo, bro, listen, man, you can sit this one out tonight.
Just tonight. Paul Reed got his shit going.
We've seen it happen.
Yeah,
22-year-old, 36-year-old Harden, you just mentioned made a big trade deadline move for.
But the guy we bring in is 30.
Pride has to kick in at some point. But if you've never been that, if you ain't never relied on that side of the ball to be somewhat a part of your makeup, you're not gonna turn the switch on when somebody's attacking you. You can't.
Why not?
Because you can't change the spots on a leopard and the stripes on the zebra. You can't.
That means you can't ask us to stop criticizing you either.
Well, that's fine. It comes hand in hand, right? It comes with this. It comes hand in hand, right? With James, I would try not to get on the pile on James playing bad all the time thing when the games count. But stats and things be out there, numbers fly around, and you hear things, and the fact that you've had 40, 50 games where you've had more turnovers than you have baskets is alarming.
43 in the playoffs.
40 like that. That's 40, 45 games where you've had more turnovers than buckets is bad business.
But you want me to keep him in the game and you're not playing no defense either?
Yeah.
That's the one thing. If we turn your water off and you can't play no defense, you got to be able to stand on pride.
But that ship sailed when he was playing for D'Antoni.
But you said we brought him in to help us win the championship and we traded for him.
But that sits you down because you can't defend shit. Ship sailed when D'Antoni was coaching with the 60-point triple-double shit and all that. That ship been sailed.
I'm saying sit your ass down because you're not hitting the shots that we need you to
go. So you want him to be like the commercial when the ball went out of bounds on dude, be like, Coach, take me out because I can't guard him.
No, remember the Titans. Remember the Titans. Hey, Coach.
Put
Pee-wee in.
Put Pee-wee or just put all 3 of them in. Or just move James somewhere else and put Dennis Schroeder in.
That's what I'm thinking. Or Strus, somebody that's going to give us something on this end where he's attacking us.
I keep Dennis James and Donovan.
I would too.
Because they're all threats.
Right?
So
they gonna do what they have to do to find James Harden out there, bro.
That's fine. And if he's in we're trapping. Whatever.
We got it. We make a
still trapping.
Anytime James is in the action, we're trapping.
Yep, we're trapping.
That should be the message.
We're just trapping.
I'm out. We make that adjustment.
That
so
should
if
be
it's
the
Bridges,
message.
we about to, baby, tonight you're gonna have 30. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Just like they did with Caruso.
You have to do something else.
Same way they played with Caruso, right? We're gonna double SGA, and if Caruso make 8 threes tonight, so
We're living with it.
He
We're
shot
living with it.
13 of them. He made
do it,
8.
but-
he won't make 8 again.
Yeah.
Right. That's my thing. He won't go 8 for 30. And that's the way you have to play it. With if you're going to have James out there, that needs to be the message. Anytime Jalen Brunson has the ball and James Harden is the primary on him, we are double teaming. We are jumping him. No ifs, ands, nor buts about it. Do y'all understand that?
So
and
what
if
if
you
he's
don't
a
do
pick
it,
and
you
roll,
come
though?
sit next to me.
No, I was about to say that too.
What?
If it's a pick and roll, now we're going into scheme now.
Yeah.
So we doubling James. we doubling Brunson.
We pick who we want to shoot the ball.
That's what I'm saying. So now you got the pick between Landry, OG,
Just threw him out
or
there.
Bridges.
He just threw him out there.
He 3 for 3.
What I'm saying, but he has just put him out. So we're talking about for game 2, right?
Yeah, the start
Game
of
two, start the
of
game.
game 2. We know
Start
the
of
game.
game. What are we doing? Okay.
This is what we're doing. If James Harden is on Jalen Brunson,
We're going at him.
we are jumping him.
Full rotation?
We're gonna pick who we want to shoot the ball.
How you gonna do that? Let's say it's side pick and roll.
OG,
side
listen,
pick and roll.
Let them go.
Corner field.
I'm gonna make
Corner
the ball
field.
find Josh Hart.
Yeah.
Josh Hart, if he's in the game, we letting him shoot. But they was doing that.
The ball.
That's why they went up.
The ball will find Josh Hart. Cat can get it going. We know that. OG is a better shooter. Miles and Mikal Bridges is a very capable shooter, right? The ball, if I'm scouting it, right, if I'm game planning it, the ball will find Josh Hart.
So we take Josh Hart out the fucking game. What we doing? What's our adjustment?
It depends on who you put in. Then you put Mitchell Robinson in?
No. We putting OG in.
Okay, he started. He might
so
start.
OG is gonna be OG, Shamit.
Josh Hart.
No, Josh out. OG, Shamit, Bridges, Cat, and Brunson. That's gonna be my 5 for my.
OG
adjustment.
ain't in no rhythm, so I'll make the ball find him. So,
But remember, he's the driver. He was the one that was driving, breaking.
Twos better than threes.
But he's breaking the defense down for the 3.
But you stay
for the kick out.
So the ball-
So that's what he was doing. Drive, kick. Now you got
Dudes
everybody
overhelp,
containing.
man, them dudes overhelp, man. That's why we sit down. What we're doing right now. What are we going on the floor for right now? For no reason, right? We're not practicing. This is the winner. Eastern Conference Finals. So we ain't finna get up and down.
Right.
We need to spend as much
100%,
time
yep.
in this front of this film and with the goddamn clicker, rewinding this shit, so we can figure it out. We two-touring, whatever, how long we need to sit here to figure out how we gonna play it. When they trying to exploit James, this is what we need to do in order to figure it out as a unit.
Every
it just don't
scenario.
need to be the coaches in their motherfucking brains, because they not out there.
Yep.
Why we can't go zone?
You can mix it up.
Like 1-3-1.
I'm with it. Listen, mix it up. Go zone,
1-3-1.
jump in.
Like, I'll go 1-3-1 and have to do stay at the top.
Listen, boxing one, triangle, and 2. Listen, I'm so locked into defensive game plan.
I'm like, what's up with that? What happened with
boxing 1, triangle, and 2? We're going to jump in. We're going to come out of ATO. We're going to go zone because we know you drawing up a man play.
It's tougher, though, because the only time you had to win that battle with the zone was this last game. When they was cold, they coming off a rest. Now they got that feeling now. So these guys are going to hit shots. You go zone now, they're going to make you pay.
Well, we're going to have to see, because I'm going to mix it up on you.
I'm about to say,
ATO, we're going to go zone out of ATO. We're going to
let's do
out
that.
Of ATO, we're going to pick up
Switch
full
it up.
court. Listen,
find Jalen Brunson, wherever he at. Remember, you got him.
So let me ask y'all this.
You on your own.
Let me ask y'all this, right? We've seen time and time again in just this playoffs, throughout time, but just this particular playoffs, where teams have a hard, at the end of the game, when the game is close and teams are trying to come back, this, that, and the third, and teams can't get the ball up the floor, right?
Yep.
Because teams are pressing. Why don't teams do it more in the beginning of the game?
Just to push that button, switch
Right?
it up. Yep.
Why not pick up full court press, make you into mistakes early in the game? Why do we have to wait till we down 10 with 30 seconds to go to scramble and fly around and try to create havoc?
OKC
Why
do
we
a
wait?
little bit of it. I think
why do we
Indiana
wait?
did a
Well,
little
the
bit of
Lakers
it.
did it to the Thunder because Marcus Smart picked up
all the game long.
I'm saying everybody, but I'm just saying
it's
it's
wall to wall.
But you see at the end of the game, them guys flying
That
around
urgency,
frantic.
that urgency.
It's that sense of urgency that we trying to go get this win.
Yeah.
Why not play with that
College,
more?
that's that college shit.
Okay.
That's
that college.
right. I ain't saying you're gonna do. You ain't got to do it 48 minutes because guys can handle the ball and all that shit. But coming out of ATO, right? We 55, whatever it is. Pick up full. Hey, win 55. ATO. We're gonna pick up full court. We're gonna whatever it is.
Pressure
make
the ball.
them run some.
Okay.
Whether it's for nothing more than waste some shot clock.
Waste the shot clock.
By the time they get cross half court, because they got to cross it by 15.
Okay.
Now they got less time to set up in the offense.
But it can wear you down.
That's fine. No,
That too.
No, defense is no.
If we ready for it.
But defense is effort and want to, right? Defense is effort and want to. So you can't tell me that a 22, 23, 24-year-old guy can't run around and trap you consistently. 26, 20. Like you can't. Like that's what we're here for.
Okay, so why
You can play 43 minutes a night. You can motherfucking trap somebody, and I can play you 37.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I can play you 37 minutes, and we can run around and be aggressive defensively, or I can play you 42 minutes, and we can just play with this passive shit, and team just throw the ball where they want to.
Okay, with Jalen Brunson, why at the very least wouldn't you jump double him, like double hard, as soon as he dribbles across half court?
Because you see you coming.
And he's good enough to know exactly where to go with
You
the ball.
dribbling at me, you coming at me, I can see you. I'm coming off a pick and roll, it should be a surprise.
Yeah, or turning them.
Jumping,
we make him turn
his back.
And now we come.
That's that dumb shit that they was doing to SGA and all. They
And
see
Kevin
I can
Durant.
see you. I can see two
right
guys.
to you.
I got one guy on me, and I can see you. I'm just gonna throw the ball to your guy. Like
get open,
whoever guy comes, whatever. So that's what they do, Skip.
Down? Like when he's coming down, like off of like a timeout or make
just coming down. Yeah, he bringing it up.
Just
run at him.
Throw the ball.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I mean, that's what.
But he's gonna get it back. You give it up,
He's just
get
gonna
it
go
back.
get it back. It's real simple.
But
What's the difference?
Because you're gonna
what the
rotate
Spurs
out.
doing to OKC?
They're doing it every time.
Because you're gonna
No, they
rotate out.
wait. They wait though. They
Okay,
wait.
so that's what I'm saying. No, that's what
Whatever.
I'm saying. No, he comes down, and then the play comes, and because the reason why I feel like the Spurs is working with the Spurs because SGA keep playing in the middle of the court. So you got to make Brunson do something else outside of being up here at the top. Like he got to be on some Steph shit.
The difference,
like
though,
where he got to come get it from another.
SGA don't have guys like the Knicks got. Brunson trusts those. He trusts Bridges. He trusts Cat. He trusts those guys. I don't think SGA trusts that those guys are. No.
That's why he plays the way he did. That's why he plays the way he did in the first half.
He had to play that way. He had to play that way.
That's why
he had to give it up. If he didn't have to give it up, he would not give it up. Jalen Brunson has no problem. He's a winner. He has no problem giving the ball up.
What are you talking about? This is listen. They were losing. They were losing the last couple
because you allow me to. You allow me to. You don't double him.
They were losing the last couple years because he had the ball so much.
But how many times were they doubling him?
Listen,
they wasn't doubling him.
When they put Cat in that position to run the one, you know his possessions is less and he's averaging more.
Because we have an offensive system now.
Right,
but if we're coming down, that's what I'm saying. But you wasn't throwing guys at him, though.
Because Jalen Brunson didn't trust to get that bitch up.
Right. But you wasn't throwing guys at him, though.
We're going to win and lose with me doing this, what the fuck I'm doing.
But you wasn't doubling me. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying no one was doubling Jalen Brunson.
People was trying that.
Yes, they were doubling.
No, they wasn't.
He just wasn't giving the ball up.
Yes, he was. You know who he's giving the ball up to? Josh Hart. They was giving him the ball in the middle.
Okay, so what's the difference now with Cat? All you have to do is give it to Cat.
Because Cat is playing the fucking dunker. Cat is down in the dunker. They're playing Josh Hart in the middle. So now we're 2-on-1. It's Josh Hart. You get it. You make the play to Cat, or you got Bridges in the corner. That's usually their thing. That's why people don't double Brunson.
Once they put Cat in the Draymond role, they've been going crazy. I'm telling you, Cat.
That's the Sabonis role.
Huh?
He playing the Sabonis role. That's the
whatever. Mike Brown was over there at the Warriors and put Draymond up there at the one and let him do what he got to do. But that's what that is.
You ain't really
a little bit of that. Just he got better off.
The difference between doubling Jalen Brunson when you got rotations and you got motherfuckers that can hit them shots is a big difference between you playing zone and then trying to scheme and it's who's on the floor.
He gonna have to have McBride out there, Clarkson, Shamet, and motherfucking Bridges
and OG
And guess what? He gonna have to have and Jalen Brunson. I'm saying this Jalen. In order for me to motherfucking not do it, he gonna have to have Jordan Clarkson out there, McBride, fucking Shamet, and Bridges. It's the only way you don't double. You go small that way, 5 shooters. The ball gonna have to find one of them dudes. OG Anunoby, Josh Hart. The ball will find them if I'm game planning it. I'm not just gonna sit back and continuously watch dudes play one-on-one. It's just what it is. But in the way the thing is, you're gonna have Cat out there some, you're gonna have Mitchell Robinson out there, they're gonna play. So when they're out there, we're more aggressive.
And they play bad, so they're gonna have a better
Mitchell Robinson
lose that battle.
When Mitchell Robinson out there, we are playing so reckless. Because I want him to have the ball.
Yeah, we're doubling. Anytime he come in the pick and roll, we're doubling. Please pass him the ball.
I don't care for who it is. The ball will find Mitchell Robinson.
But good coaching make you pay on that.
Who? Mitchell Robinson going to have to make
Dribble handoff. Mitchell Robinson go right into the dribble handoff.
To who?
To whoever's on the wing, whether it's Landry,
And we're trapping that.
Bridges.
And we're trapping that. Why would he hear that shit?
Because he's by himself.
Hey.
You can't
Pass
trap
it to
that.
him. Please
you
pass it
can't.
to him.
You
If
can't.
he's doing
Remember,
off the
if
wing-
it's a double up here and you passing it to Mitchell Robinson, the reason you do the dribble handoff is because it's a 1-on-2. I'm literally dribble handoff and I'm giving, let's say McBride.
I'm
over here.
and I'm
you
a
can't. No one's guarding me, Robinson.
Who?
No one's guarding Robinson.
That's what we want.
So what? No, this is what happened yesterday.
What?
The dribble handoff. With, I think it was Bridges. Bridges dribble handoff. Mitchell Robinson rolled to the basket. He threw the lob to him.
Cool.
That's the backside. That's the backside offense off of a double team.
Off a dribble handoff, and you coming off and we trapping, how you gonna throw a lob?
No, you're not trapping because there is nobody
No, but
guarding
that's what
me.
we're saying. We are doing that so you can throw it to him. We're gonna rotate. Yo, do what you gotta do, buddy.
Who's gonna rotate? You in the double team up top with Brunson.
What are you talking about? We got somebody over here at the bottom, man.
Yo.
What are you talking about? We can rotate to him.
It's 2-on-1 on backside regardless.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
Stay home.
No, it's not.
Wow, you got two guys on one. You got two guys on one.
You say he getting the ball at the top of the key,
And
right?
dribble
And he
handoff
dribbles
right away.
Off the 3 line. So he's coming off the 3. Right?
Yeah, whoever he's handing off is turning the corner.
I'm trapping off that. So you have to do
How
this.
are you trapping off of it? There's only one defender, bro.
It's the dribble handoff. What are you talking
No one's guarding Mitchell Robinson. His man is in the double.
about? No, somebody is behind him.
His man is in the double. Remember, you only got 5 guys on the floor. You got 2 guys in the double, got 1 guy on McBride, and you got the other 2 guys down low. So somebody has to rotate. Whoever doesn't rotate, because you're not rotating. All right, don't rotate to Mitchell.
I see what you're saying.
Now you see what I'm saying?
No, I thought you said like he was rotating.
So now, if you're not, so now it's dribble handoff. It's 1-on-2.
Guess what? Mitchell Robinson gonna have to score.
Yeah, right there.
He gonna have to listen.
Yeah, so you said
Mitchell Robinson will have.
Yeah.
He will have to
Dribble
have
handoff, go to the rim. It's a lob.
He would have to have a Wilt Chamberlain night.
Well,
Because when we throw it to him and he look,
the first one, he go, listen, go ahead, bro, you by yourself.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He knows to dribble handoff.
Okay, so
that's
you're
like
doing
Andrew
that,
Bogut.
that's fine.
It's like having
Listen,
Bogut in the
by the
game.
time he's
gonna
doing that,
look-
I'm still making my way. I can still get back.
Now it's listen,
late.
No, it ain't. He gonna look over there and everybody gonna be in denial.
Your role guy, which is Mitchell Robinson's rolling. You're going to have a small guard that's going to be down there trying to stop him for the lob.
No, listen. So this is what it is.
Who's
right?
guarding Mitchell Robinson in the pick and roll?
So hear me out. Let me
Hear me out.
Let me tell you. I heard
He was
y'all.
in the pick and roll. Mitchell Robinson.
Y'all just discussed it. Let me tell you the way it is, right? Mitchell Robinson's in the game. And Evan Mobley, just say Jared Allen isn't on him, right? Mm-hmm. Jared Allen is on him.
Mm-hmm. And you saying you're going to double the pick and roll
This is off the
with
first
Brunson.
one. This is off the first one.
Jalen Brunson is in the pick and roll, right, with them two. Jalen Brunson is being guarded by, just say, James Harden.
All right.
Right? We jump it.
Mitchell Robinson coming up to set the screen. You and Jared Allen and James Harden
jump.
Right.
Jump Brunson,
The
right?
release guy is Mitchell Robinson.
The ball, he throws it to Mitchell Robinson.
Yes.
Right? I'm denying on the weak side.
So no McBride, no, we're not letting him get it.
I'm denying the weak side.
Okay, so it's just him going to the rim.
Fine.
All right. By itself.
Yeah, cool. That's what our game plan. That's just me. Because guess what? He ain't gonna continue. Listen, I'm just telling you why I see, dog.
Every time, too?
That's a dunk.
I'm gonna give you a dunk, dog.
He's not going to do it.
The rest of how they start hacking to mess up the rhythm, it messes up the rhythm of the Knicks is all I'm saying.
Not when Mitchell Robinson gets to be really Mitchell Robinson.
What?
Y'all thinking like he's just some goony ass nigga out there.
But
he actually can dribble that bitch and dunk it.
I want him to.
He will.
I want him to.
That's just like saying the same thing with Jared Allen. Jared Allen can do it.
Exactly, and that's what we're going to do, too.
You're wasting fouls now.
Okay, we're wasting fouls on somebody who ain't going to be out there.
You're losing momentum. You're
No, we're
wasting
not. No,
fouls.
you're losing
and you're
momentum.
buying
You're
into
losing
our
momentum.
game plan.
No,
Our
you're
game
losing
plan is
momentum.
we know y'all gonna double. We know y'all gonna deny the sides.
I would
so
definitely
we're gonna play this based on this.
Line in this moment right now, with the game on the line like this, I would definitely make
Y'all scrambling now. Now y'all look desperate. Y'all look desperate.
It's the game. It's about winning the game.
That's better than trap him and have them play. Because it's backside basketball at that point. If I'm Mike Brown, I need to outcoach you on the backside. Period.
Mitch Robinson go get that motherfucker a few times and ain't nobody gonna beat her and he ain't gonna know.
And he gonna
let's say
feel like,
he-
and he gonna feel like it's my
I
turn.
agree.
He ain't gonna know, and he ain't
I
gonna know
agree.
what to
I
do,
agree,
right?
right?
Yes, he
A
is.
few of them.
Guess what? Sub. Hey, this not working. OG, you play this position
Now we play it different.
Now you have to play
Now
it
we play it different.
Now y'all got to figure out what you're
Now we
gonna
go
do.
zone. Now we go zone.
right.
Now we
That's
mix
what
it
I'm
up.
saying.
Now
You can't do
but
it
I'm
the whole
still-
game.
But now I'm still doubling. If OG sets the pick on Brunson,
still going.
I'm still doubling.
Even if he hitting that three.
And I'm a double. Then we
gonna see what he do.
Then we rotate because he shot the one he shot late.
Yeah, it was
That
nasty.
wide,
All of
He
it.
might give
One
you
for six.
listen. Hey, that bitch went right. He said, "Ooh." I said, "Yeah, that was a bad one." But just the game plan. That's all I'm saying. I'm just not gonna keep giving you the same look.
I get it. We're not gonna let Mr. Robinson keep doing some bullshit up on either. We're gonna be like, look, if you don't dunk that shit the first 2 times, hey, sub his ass out.
Yeah.
He real panic.
Cool,
Do the
go smaller.
Knicks-
Now we can throw it in our
Do they go as Jalen Brunson goes? In the end, yes, they do.
Absolutely.
Fourth quarter for sure.
Okay, so to me, game 2, I'm just saying, if any of those other Alex Caruso's beat me, they beat me. Name them all. You named them all, and you respect them a little more than I respect all the rest of them. I just say, if any of those other guys, if Cat's going to get 30, if Bridges is going to get 30, let him get 30, and then I'll lose on that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to let that little man beat me again because he just beat my ass for 44-11, and he was the driving force
Yes, he
of the
was.
whole show.
Yes,
17
I'm
points
not
in that
gonna go
fourth quarter
with the
in
Cat.
overtime.
Like Cat can get that thing going.
He can.
Cat just had a bad game.
But he can get that motherfucker going. So I'm gonna play him honest, right?
Okay.
I'm not gonna not rotate to him. I'm gonna make him have to play in crowds and things like that. I'm not, because he can get it going from 3, right? He is aggressive. He just had an off night.
And I think he will say.
But that's where Mikhail and OG become so important.
Yeah.
No, but I get what Skip is saying. Like, I can't let the
Jalen Brunson
clutch
beat me.
guy, I can't let
just-
Mr. Clutch do what he just did
Not down the
can't.
to
stretch.
one of our guys.
Especially not down the stretch, man.
It's insane. It's a fireable offense for the coach, and he may be sitting on the hottest seat right now in basketball.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, how often do we expect Jalen Brunson to take 29 shots in the game, though?
Who?
In the remainder of the series. I'm just saying.
Would you say-
Maybe.
Say it again.
Maybe.
I'm just
Say what?
saying.
May-
Oh, say it-
if
say it
he
again now?
has to.
Say it again.
How often do you expect Jalen Brunson to take 29 shots in
Often.
it?
That's good.
Very often.
Shit, actually,
shots.
I mean, shit. That's,
Huh?
that's
Go look how many.
I get it.
Go look it up. How many times he do it last year in the playoffs?
He shoot that bitch when he
Listen,
needs to.
I guarantee. Listen, more times than not, they made what, second round last year?
Yeah.
Shit, listen, he putting that motherfucker up. I mean,
Most this postseason, but let me check.
most this postseason, he putting that motherfucker up.
At least 25.
Cause they been blowing people out. He ain't had to shoot it
Yeah, no,
29
for sure.
times. They was playing close games last year.
33 in one game, a lot of 27s.
Yes,
Seven.
that's what I'm saying. That's 29.
He will. He
27 is 29. You know what I'm saying?
He
The most
trusts his shot.
took 33 shots. He is putting that bitch up on that rim, dog. And he dribbling that motherfucker 400 times a game, 300 to 400 times a game.
No, I get what y'all
Guaranteed.
saying, though. Just double, get it out of his hands
Yeah.
and see if everybody else can play on
I remember when I found out that shit was a stat. When I was doing radio, I had a radio, and I really, like, dribbles per game. I found out that was a stat. And I was like they really keep track of dribbles. So it was the series that CP and James and Clay and I was KD and Steph, I think it was. And it was like James and them had dribbled it like twice as many times as both of them, CP and James, they dribbled it twice as many as the other two teams' best players.
That's what Mike Brown said when
He
he was
said
with the
it
Warriors.
last night. He did.
Harden close to 1,000 dribbles
Yeah.
when they were playing him. So like, yo, if you just wear him down, let him keep dribbling the ball.
So
eventually.
yeah, that's he's
Just
just
that, yeah.
dribbling the shit out that ball.
Mike Brown talking a lot of cash shit after game one, I will say.
He did.
He was.
Because he know the
He
metrics.
didn't coach good, so I don't know
but
why.
I'm
That
just.
man damn near threw his shit out, called a timeout.
Yeah,
too.
he did.
What? Hey, he damn near threw his back out. I
Coaches
think he
coaching
did. He
bad.
hurt something.
We're trying to outdo each other.
You
Who
try
could
to
be
keep
the worst
that
tonight?
job.
Yeah, who could be the worst tonight?
Who gonna put their job on the line tonight? Who
And
can
Kenny
put their
Atkinson
job?
did.
Who can make this a more fireable offense tonight?
So last question before we move on: will the Cavs be able to recover from blowing a game like this? Ken, you mentioned experiencing these things. How long is that hangover after you feel an opportunity like this slip away?
On the road, it's because we did it at Boston when I was with the Nets. Paul Pierce had a great fourth quarter, and they made some big shots. We were on the road, but the series, it wasn't game one. That's the beauty of it. I think for us, I think it was game 3. We came back and won the series in 6. But game 1, the tough one, man, when you go in there and you playing as well as you are, and we haven't played the best on the road. We had a couple road wins, but we haven't played the best on the road. So to collapse in that fashion, it's going to be a lingering effect. They tired.
Played 7-game series.
2 7-game series, come out, an overtime game, 1 day rest in between the game. The Knicks are going to come out even more energized and even more focused. Yeah, it's a tall task. It's a tall task to ask to bounce back from that in that hostile environment when you're not the best road playoff team. So yeah, it's a big ask. But it can get done. I ain't saying it can't get done, but you got to play a full, complete game. You got to compete. You got to coach for 48 minutes. You got to play for 40. However long the game lasts, you got to coach and play for that long. I'm saying it can't be done, but it's a tall ask.
Feels ominous.
Yeah,
We'll
definitely.
say that. We will keep monitoring this series as we do, but now let's shift over to Dallas, where Jason Kidd out as Mavs head coach after 5 seasons with the team. Kidd and the team agreed to mutually part ways Tuesday. So Kidd took over as Mavs head coach 2021, had an overall record of 205 with Dallas, 22-18 in the playoffs, led them to a 52-30 record in conference finals appearance in his first season and an NBA finals appearance in 2024. But since trading Luka to the Lakers last February, the Mavs have missed the playoffs in each of the last 2 seasons as the squad has been hampered by injuries. So earlier this month, the Mavs named former Nuggets and Raptors executive Masai Ujiri as the new team president. According to reports, Kidd was lobbying to get the position, but the Mavs opted to go in a different direction. So during his introductory press conference back on May 5th, Ujiri was asked about Kidd's future with the team, but was non-committal, saying he's done a great job. We're going to look at this thing from head to toe. And in a statement released Tuesday, Masai said, in part, as we elevate the future of our basketball program, we believe this is the right moment for a new direction for our team. We have high expectations for this franchise and a responsibility to build a basketball organization capable of sustained championship contention. Kidd had 4 years and over $40 million remaining on the contract extension he signed with the Mavs before last season. Skip, when you hear this news, caught us all by surprise, but what's your reaction to Jason Kidd and the Mavs parting ways after 5 seasons? Mutually parting. Mutually.
Yes, that's what they said. No surprise at all because, as you point out, Jason wanted that job. and once you don't give it to Jason and you hire somebody else, then that guy comes in and says, oh, he wanted my job. He's out. So
do you know who you're fucking with?
Yes. Thank you.
That part.
I like Jason a lot. I respect him a lot as a head coach. I know the record's not glowing, brilliant. He's 388 and 395 as a head coach, but he's been in a couple of tough spots. And when he's right, he can be really right. And what I still can't wrap my head around in Dallas is I didn't mind the Luka trade. Jason seemed to mind it a lot, and he made big internal waves about it, and that was the beginning of the end for him and the franchise. But I thought if you have Anthony Davis, and they kept saying that Kyrie last year was going to be back by Thanksgiving, and then it went to Christmas, and then it went to first of the year, and then he never came back. But if Kyrie had come back last year with AD and the emergence of Cooper Flagg, and then I looked, you got Clay and PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford, and Lively was hurt last year, but when he came back, and Najee Marshall and Brandon Williams and Caleb Martin, I like that roster. I do. And I thought Jason, if you could get him in the right spot at the right time, I thought he would have been the perfect coach for that roster. So it's just a sad situation to me that it never detonated right place, right time. And now they just need to start completely over and rebuild around Cooper Flagg, obviously. And to do that, they need to start completely fresh from the top because he moved out. He fired a bunch of people in the front office, and more will probably go. Now they're saying Kyrie's going to be on the block to trade sooner than later. And knowing Masai's history, he's hired 2 head coaches, and they were first-timers. So he'll probably reach for somebody we're not on our radar right now So he wants somebody who will listen to him, who will take direction from him. So now the Dallas Mavericks just started from scratch to me. But you do have a nice piece to build around a young Cooper Flag.
Mr. B, what do you think about the Mavs, Jason Kidd mutually agreeing to part ways?
I think the writing was on the wall when they let Luka go. But with his time there, I mean, I still think he has success. I mean, he got to the finals. He is a point guard. He's one of the greatest point guards ever to play this game. So you saw what he did with Giannis, putting the ball in his hands, and what he did for Giannis. And then even with Cooper Flag this year, he didn't want to play the point, but we saw some things that I don't even think he knew he had. He's the youngest ever to score 50 points. The team was bad, but he still did what he was supposed to do. And I think the year that he had under J. Kidd, I think is going to help him out in the long run. Like I said, just because we've seen what he's done. So I'm not shocked. I mean, when a new GM or new everything comes in, they usually want their guy. And now that he was fighting for another position, like he said, you don't get that. So you know what happens after that. But overall, I mean, I think he's still 4 years, $40 million left on his contract.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he'll still be getting paid. Jason Kidd will be somewhere in the basketball world before, because he has one of the greatest minds ever when it comes to the game. And just unfortunate, but things happen.
4 years, $40 million, not the coach. Obviously, Messiah Jerry Patrick Dumont, Mavs governor, made that decision. Kidd had got that extension before last season. But Shad, let's move on to you. What do you think about Jason Kidd and the Mavs parting ways after 5 seasons?
Well, there's two different dynamics to this. There is having a coach that can coach players that have experience, players that you can actually not have to coach, to go out there and play the game that give them little tidbits here and there. I think that showed in Brooklyn, where he coached with KG, Deron Williams, all those guys, get them to the playoffs without having to do too much because they all know the game. And he can use his mind based on not having to teach guys where he needs them to be. I think that's what happened in Milwaukee, where he had to go into development mode. And when you're going into development mode as a coach that knows the game, there's two things that happen. You clash or you thrive. And you look at Greg Popovich, you're going to have to coach younger guys after tenure when Tim Duncan and all those guys retired. Didn't go well. Steve Kerr, after the guys collapse and he loses his main guys, his centerpieces, things didn't go well. Phil Jackson never put himself in that position, but I don't think he's a development coach either. He wouldn't be able to deal with young guys. That's why he didn't come down to New York to coach those guys in New York. Pat Riley, he was in Miami. He was coaching, and he didn't have Shaq and those guys anymore. It was just D Wade. It was like, look, Eric, come in here. I'm not about to deal with these young guys like this. So I think with a guy like Jason Kidd, you got to put him in a position where he has established guys that know how to play, that he can give tidbits to, that they have respect for him to understand what he needs and wants to see and go out and execute it. And I think this year was a big glaring year for him, admitting that he's good at developing players, but you have to then at the same time try to win games with the expectations of who you are. And I think that was the clash with Dallas. They had some type of expectation of him to still win games without having AD and Kyrie and having been like, show us something with Cooper. And it's like, I can only show you how good I can make them. I can't give you 50 wins and then take you to the conference finals with Cooper Flag. And to Skip's point, if you do have Kyrie, AD, Klay Thompson, and all those guys readily available, it looks different for Jason Kidd. It definitely looks different for him. And as brilliant as he is as a point guard, there's, like I said, the two dynamics of coaching that you have to adapt to, whether you're going to be a development coach or you're going to be that veteran, winning coach that you don't have to do a lot with. So he'll definitely get another opportunity, because you can't let that type of mind go to waste with all these different teams out here that they're just getting rid of coaches left and right. I think he'll have a place somewhere, and he'll still continue to be who he is and thrive. So just trying to figure out where that will be.
So Mavs have the 9th and the 30th pick in the draft this year. So obviously they're going to build to the future, try to surround Cooper, I believe, with a team that
rebuilding
will put them in the right direction. Kenyon, when you hear this news, Jason Kidd, Mavs mutually agreeing to part ways, your former teammate, what's your reaction to that?
Not surprised. bringing new guy in up top, new ownership within the last few years. Them trading Luka. To Brandon's point, the writing was on the wall then. It was just a matter of time, I think, and the way the season went, the way the season ended. On a high note for Cooper Flag, but overall, not so much. But having the 9th pick, I think, is going to help. But yeah, Messiah wants his own guy in there. He wants to have that voice, have a guy that he has that relationship with. Getting rid of a lot of the previous regime and starting over fresh, I think, is needed in a lot of situations where you have winning ways before. You want to get back to those. And I think the Dallas Mavericks have that. You have a cornerstone piece in the Cooper Flag to build around. If they are going to move Kyrie, I don't think it's a bad thing. You can get something great for him. Still a hell of a talent. With coming off of injury, but having time to rest, I think it has been beneficial for him. So I'm pretty sure wherever he lands will be great. And the Mavs will get something back for it to help with that. But yeah, this is Jason Kidd's 3rd job. Does he get another one? 500 regular season record. Then made a deep run in the playoffs last year. A couple years ago. But does it, like what it, and I'm glad you made that point about the development part of it, right? I was there when my last year in the league I was there to watch the beginning of the emergence of Giannis, right? And the things that they implemented to get Giannis better. Don't know if it was J. Kidd, don't know if it was Giannis people or a collective, a group, everybody in the room collectively, and come up with a game plan on how to get Giannis to where he became. And at the time, I'm like, yo, they're abusing this kid. Right? And I told him when I saw him at the Dunk Contest a couple years ago, because I hadn't seen him since, I'm like, yo, man, I thought they was abusing you. And he laughed and said, oh, they was. But it was worth it. And it just, for J. Kidd to be a part of that, the development part I saw, right? And Giannis, we all know what the product has become, right? And at the same time, the same player, J. Kidd not having the patience when you're making mistakes throughout the course of the game. So with that, I could see where there was a clash, right, with Cooper Flag and certain way of coaching him and your way of, the way you see the game and the way you expect guys to go out and play and the way you voice those things, I could see a problem. Because within the confines of locker room and things, J. Kidd is a straight shooter. You might come across media as passive and soft-spoken and those things, but when put in situation or pissed off, he's going to tell you exactly what it is. And we saw a few times on the press conference, I know how to develop players, what the hell can you tell me? And
all them assholes.
Right? Yeah, y'all. So you see that part of it, but within, that's very rare publicly for him. But when we are in this locker room and when things are competitive, he doesn't have that tact to sugarcoat it for you. And I could see young players not being able to handle that. And if you are that way with this generation of number 1 pick and Cooper Flag, I could see where there could have been a clash with that. So them parting ways, I've never heard somebody mutually being fired, but this is mutually decision to step. You're playing with people's intelligence at this point.
We owe you $40 million.
Yeah, we owe you 40, but we just gonna pay
40.
you to stay home. Like, come on, man. Like you fired the man.
You're a Mavs great.
Yeah, I know it looks better on the resume to say that I didn't get fired. Like we mutually parted ways, but we see what it is. And J. Kidd is a beautiful basketball mind. I can see him in certain situations, but you're on your 3rd gig. Is there another opportunity out there for the way the game is moving forward?
Orlando is open.
True.
Right.
No, there's jobs out there, and I'm saying,
I
but
think
what
reports Billy
direction?
Donovan might be headed over there.
Who that?
but
Orlando?
Billy Donovan. Big
Yeah,
Chicago.
yeah. So what?
Chicago, if, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just what direction
Shit,
do they
Cleveland?
want to go?
You're right.
After that,
Might
after
be
that
over there in
collapse,
Cleveland.
yeah, no, it's
Philly got that.
It's gonna be interesting
Yeah.
who Masai brings in, because his way of it, analytical thinking, the way they approached it in Toronto when he was
Yeah.
at the helms, I'm pretty sure they'll bring that same recipe and thought process to the Dallas Mavericks. But yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting who they hire. But yeah, it's the right time to do it. The draft is coming up. You know what you're trying to do for the future. Everybody being on the same page. I'm pretty sure they'll hire a coach I'm pretty sure he has a short list. They'll hire someone quick, I'm sure. Because the draft is coming up. Their draft process is coming up. You're having guys in and out for workouts now. So yeah, you want that head coach to
Yep.
have some say-so in that. So
We will see what goes down.
in
the man.
the D.
Kenyon, you're our inside man out there, so you will keep us up to date on all the
we got some-
companies that are going.
I'm talking about
So let's talk about something that went down last week that we haven't addressed yet on this couch. So the Spurs eliminated Wolves in 6 games in Minnesota this past Friday, 30-point blowout. There was a moment that had the internet buzzing. Let's take a look at it. So Chris Finch and the Wolves waved the white flag early in the fourth quarter. Finch benches starters, and during a timeout with a little over 8 minutes remaining, his squad down by 33. Ant-Man walked over to the Spurs bench to dap up damn near everyone on their sideline to congratulate them on their impending win. Interrupted the stoppage of play. Made sure, even dapped up Kelly Olynyk, as you see, with the half dap for Kelly. Amongst others, Ant was asked about the move and had this response.
At that point, you know you ain't going back in, so you're just trying to get them the respect they deserve. So, yeah.
So Skip, when you watched that, I heard you laughing while watching the clip. What's your reaction to Ant-Man dapping up the Spurs with 8 minutes left in that game?
I didn't like it. And I like him a lot. I think he's still growing up right before your very eyes as the leader of that franchise. But you win together, and you definitely learn to win by losing together. And that was a look at me move. That was, I'm apart from my team. I'm above my team. It's a grandstand move. It's a self-promotional move. And leaders lead with the team, not apart from the team. And so you guys have sat through a lot of losses in your time, because everybody does. And you just sit with your guys. You're down 128-95. I got it. But you sit with them, and you lose with them, and you feel it with them. And then you do what everybody does. Then as a group, you go and you congratulate them for kicking your asses, because they kicked your asses. Okay, I got it. But you don't do that. I've never seen anybody do that, and I've watched a lot of great players. And I realized it was a concession, and he framed it correctly afterward by saying, well, I wanted to give them the respect that they had earned. But you can do that when the game ends, because you don't want to look like you're above and beyond your team. You don't want to look like, I don't want to associate with my team. I just want to end this now. And that rubbed me the wrong way.
Can you agree or disagree with Skip in grandstanding? He is the representative of the Minnesota Timberwolves franchise player, but 8 minutes to go in that game. Still time left on the clock. Elimination game.
See, Skip has been in media and stuff a lot longer than me, so his choice words for him are a little different. That's some bullshit, man. Like, straight up. Like, us being in this shit together, and game is not, I had a problem, a big time problem with it, and we probably would have fought in the locker room after the fact. Like, I would have tried him in the locker room after the fact. It probably, we probably wouldn't have made it to the locker room.
Yeah. What the fuck you just do
What
down
the
there?
fuck? That would have been my ass in real time. So I'm too competitive for that. I'm in this foxhole with y'all. I'm not standing over, like to your point, Skip. I'm not standing over the foxhole and, hey, what y'all need?
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not doing that in this thing, man. You are the leader of that team. It looked. I don't want to get into name calling about Ant, but it was something I had never seen. It is something that is, as competitors, is frowned upon. During the course of the game's still going on. Okay, yeah, you waved the white flag, we get it. But as a head coach, how do you feel as Chris Fish? How do you feel about that? Like, do you address him publicly? Do you go to the front office and demand we do something because that's unacceptable for me as a coach? Because it's unacceptable, man. Behavior from any player, but especially my guy. It's a losers, quitters thing, man. And I don't look at Anthony Edwards as that. No. But that moment showed something totally different than the competitor I thought he was. Yeah. And is. Yeah, but for me, it's for us, man. Y'all been in this thing together, man. Y'all competed, y'all won with teammates, y'all lost with teammates. We played bad, we played great, but to see that happen, and for the Spurs, right? What does that do moving forward to our confidence with this guy, right? I don't respect you anymore. I don't care how well you played during the NBA season. As somebody who have to see you at a minimum 4 times next year, I've lost all respect for you. Like, when he walked off, dudes so proud over there like, fuck this. Like, when he walked off, I thought he was just going to shake Miss Johnson's hand. Like, all right, I don't like that, but all right, cool, you just going to shake the head coach's hand like, hey, you had my number, I'll see you next year. But to go around each fucking assistant coaches, the trainer, the ball boys that they bring, like, everybody gets a dap.
Kelly Olynyk.
Right?
Even Kelly Olynyk got a half dap, not a full.
Plumlee, like, dude, them dudes ain't touched the floor 1 minute against you, and you over there dapping people up who, like, no, dog. Like, nah, man, I'm glad we got to this, because it was, I talked about it with other people, man, but hey, it's fucking unacceptable as a competitor in this at the highest level. Like, you have a problem if a child did it. So at the highest level, man, we fighting for something out here, man. It's unacceptable, man. Unacceptable.
Let's shift over to you, Mr. B. What do you think about Ant-Man dapping up the Spurs, congratulating them on their series win with 8 minutes left to go in that game?
I mean, he was dapping them up like it was his last time being in a T-Wolves jersey. I mean, I got to look at that like at a front office from a coaching standpoint, from my teammates. I mean, it's definitely something we've never seen before. And he's a guy who I wish Nick Young was here, because I could be like, well, this is your face of the NBA,
right?
So how
Just showing great sportsmanship, being no.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what he does. With 8 minutes to go. We always known to have sportsmanship, and we do that at the end of the game. Especially in the playoff series, you go shake the guy's hands, if you want, or sometimes you just don't. But I just think with the NBA, you only get so many chances to do to show who you really are. And this was one, especially in the era that we live in today, so from here going out now, he's going to have to really take his game to the next level and show that was just a stunt or something, because, next year now you have a target on your back. So when you're down 20 again in the fourth or something, you might as well just go shake somebody else's hand every time now. So you just got to be careful with things like that, and and how you present yourself. I mean, look, a hell of a talent, shows up all the time. Off the court, marketable ability is crazy. But like Kenyon said, from a competitor standpoint, from other guys, it's like, hey, shit, man, all we got to do is be up by 30 or 40. He come shake our hands with 8 minutes left. some type of shit like that. So that's just what you're leaving on guys' face. And guys remember, and next year is going to get even harder. So you see with San Antonio, they're not getting no worse. OKC's going to make change. Everybody's going to be better next year. So whatever that was, maybe that was your last game, or maybe you're just telling them like, hey, my time here is done.
Like you mentioned, tough to see an American surrendering to a Frenchman. Just,
we've been telling y'all about that. We've been telling y'all the Americans got to bow down for
no
well, he did.
circumstance.
Huh? He did.
Yeah, but we've been saying this for 3 years, and they've been acting us like we've been crazy.
Playing the long game, Amir Rope-a-dope, let us hope. But, Shad, you watched the situation, Ant-Man walking over to the Spurs sideline during the stoppage of play over 8 minutes ago in the game, down 33, game pretty much decided. Wolves had already waved the white flag. What's your reaction to Ant-Man dapping up the Spurs, in particular Kelly Olynyk? No, I'm just kidding.
Leadership is lonely, but leadership is not selfish. And when you think about the statement, everything y'all highlighted as far as foxhole, as far as I'm with my guys, win as a team, we lose as a team. When your leader puts up a white flag, say essentially, there is no white flag when I'm dying on my shield. There ain't no I gave up, especially in this series where we fought tooth and nail. We clawed and we scratched and we bit. We got elbows, we threw elbows. This is a rivalry. This is us against them. Next year, I can't wait to get back here. Matter of fact, I might not shake nobody's hand. How many times have we seen LeBron James walk to the fucking locker room and not shake nobody's hand? Isaiah Thomas, Kobe Bryant in 2003 lost to the Spurs. Man, did that interview, man. He ain't want to shake nobody's hand. I'm coming back next year with a vengeance. I can't wait to work my ass off to get back to this spot so I can take these guys out. I think this generation is taking for granted the paycheck over the performance. I think that when you're so good with how you're living and your lifestyle, you forget about competitiveness. Mm-hmm. Being a true competitor means I don't give a fuck about what's going over there. We just got our ass beat. There ain't a bone in my body that's gonna smile and go look at the coach and shake his hand. It's no way.
In the back in the tunnel after we done got out the shower, and my message would be, I'll see you next year, right?
Holla.
Like, I'll see you next year.
Holla. I might dap you up with the elbow or the but watch out. It's one thing to be emotional, but it's one thing to just be critical. Like when you're critical of your performances, we just got our asses whooped at home. Nah, last thing I'm doing is trying to shake y'all hand and let y'all know I gave y'all respect. There's never respect. Respect nothing. Even if you beat me. Yes, I was wrong, but I'm always right. What? I'm always right. Even when I'm wrong, I'm always right. You will never get me to admit that I'm wrong.
All right, gonna be like Isaiah Thomas.
Never.
Gonna be out that USA team. Go shake his hand.
Never.
Yeah, no, but that's like that. I don't think losing bothers these guys enough
at all.
Like for me, I'm a sore loser, dog. Like, I ain't gonna even hold you. Like to your point, shaking hands after playoff series and all that. I'm not shaking your fucking hand, bro. Like, I'm just not. Like you just beat me. That's like we're not finna. That's why I watch. I'm a big fan of boxing and mixed martial arts and different things like that. And they get done, they shake hands. I don't think I could have been in that, right? Because you're trying to knock my head off. Like you're trying to hurt me in here.
So what about boxing? Like,
same thing. I'm the same way.
I mean, but when you guys are here at one guy like that, you just like.
I dig it. You won.
I don't know, but respect. Like,
I don't have to do
just,
that. I don't have to do. There's nothing in the rule book that says I have to dap you up after that.
No, not you. What if the other guy just comes up to you and be like, "Yo, man."
All right, that's that's cool. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
But for me to initiate it, for me to walk over there after the game, we meet at, dude, we got to be something real special for me. Like, we got to have this bond before we started this. So for me, I'm just saying for me, right. how I approached it, right? I just.
So when you win,
once I get going, I don't.
It don't matter. Win or lose, it don't matter.
Win or lose, it don't matter.
Okay.
I'm not finna go up to you after we beat you Or if you beat me, I'm not walking up to you, better luck next time. Or you just beat me and you want a good season. I'm not.
Don't never let them.
Not a fan of the post-series dap-up?
I'm not. My mom used to listen. This is one of my
So what
mom-
about the respect for the game?
I respect the game as it is, but there's nothing that says I have to do that part of it. When we're in the 94-50, I respect that. I respect playing hard. I respect us competing. I respect all of that.
So do you
but there's nothing that after the fact that says when this is over, I have to shake your fucking hand.
Right. So do you respect? So do you respect if they have a problem with you not doing that? Like
Cool, have a problem with it.
Like how Mike was.
Cool, you can't beat me. Cool. What's next? So my thing, what's next?
Well, what's next is you're gonna be off the USA team and you're gonna.
But that's.
I'm just.
But that was a whole.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, but I'm saying the respect of, like, we've seen the consequences when people don't.
Yeah, but
don't.
That was that era. But for me, as just individually, right?
Mm-hmm.
Winning and losing, like, does something to me and for me, right?
Okay.
That's just me as.
Okay.
Like, my mom stayed with me for 2 seasons in Denver, right? And I remember it vividly. We used to get in the car after the game, and I remember one day somebody asked me something, and I had nothing to say. I could still hear, like, I hate when he gets like this. This is a regular season game, dog. Like, I hate when he gets like this. We had lost like 3 straight or some shit, and I just don't do it well. Like, I understand one team has to lose and one team has to win. I understand that part of it. Nobody's 100% in it. But if I care too much, maybe it's internal, or maybe it's a fault of mine that I care entirely too much.
So you care too much to not shake the opponent's hand.
Yes. Yes.
So, I mean, no. I'm just saying. So the fact that you won't even shake their hands, or regardless.
Win or lose.
So what Ant-Man did. It's still sportsmanship at the end of the day now. Then, if we're going to look at it like,
I fucking think that's overrated.
Sportsmanship?
I think sportsmanship is overrated to a certain degree.
Man, to a certain
degree.
But I'm just saying, like, okay, you got Magic Bird back in the '80s. You know what I'm saying?
I respect you, but I want
you know what I'm saying? Like, I shake their hands, like, you know what I'm saying?
I respect you.
The respect was so much to where, like, they did commercials together. Like, it was, they cried. Like, you know, because
it took a while, trust me.
That's off the floor.
I was there.
Yeah, but
it took a while.
Right, but as you get older, right, and we see the
That's
top
off the
75,
floor.
but we see
It was after they were both established.
That's off the floor.
You know, they
right?
each won a championship.
I see you a month later, 2 months later at the bar or something. I get you a drink or a shot.
Right, but during it,
I get you a drink or a shot.
Mike wasn't cool with the guys he was going against, and then
the
Mike will hang out with the Knicks, and Mike will hang out with Pat Ewing the night before and go out and bust his head to the white. That's fine. That's his man's off. They can hang out before, but that's the same thing. I can hang out with you before. Listen, we could have been out to 3 a.m. Me and you could have been out, but we play tomorrow. We can been out to 3 a.m. Y'all kick. We lose by 30.
Don't text me nothing.
After, but as soon as the go off, the horn go off, I'm not gonna walk up to you and be like, my nigga. Like, I'm not gonna do it. Listen, I fuck with you. Listen. 10 toes. Like, we've been from the sandbox, right?
So but you still have respect, though.
Yeah, like a mother. Yes, the respect is there.
Okay.
But soon as we get done, I'm still on 10.
Give me an hour.
Listen, when the game started, I was on 13, 14, right? When it's over, I'm still on 10. I need time to, the process of what the fuck, how I play for one.
Yeah.
And then we can go from there.
Okay.
But as soon as we get done, nah, because I don't want to misinterpret anything.
Okay. I mean,
So
that's just me.
I hear you.
Yeah, sorest loser I was ever around was Michael Jordan. But he went 6-0 in the finals because of that.
Yeah, like
what you mean the source?
Like regular season games, he was the last thing he wanted to do was shake anybody's hand, especially the way Ant just shook their hands.
Okay.
Like that's not, it's like Kenyon saying, it's not in your makeup, it's not in your psyche, it's not who you are. You just, he can go hang with Barkley before he goes and kicks Barkley's ass.
There's a difference though, man. I mean, I can't say that I'm a sore loser. There is a respect for the game that is integrated in the sportsmanship when you do beat a motherfucker ass and you, whether it's a dap up or elbow or a look in the face, I'll see you later,
Right.
there's still a respect level and there is a disrespect level. And I think with sports, we've gotten to a point that we've lost the middle ground of, regardless of, like you said, the Magic and Bird, Michael and Isaiah, at some point there still was a come to the middle and, all right, go ahead about your business. KG and Chris Webber, you know, Paul and D Wade, and there's a lot of different scenarios we can throw in there, but you never let them see you laugh, you never let them see you cry. But as a warrior, you know that I'm not trying to wave no white flag. I'm not trying to be friends with nobody. But if you beat me, you beat me. If I lose, I lose. I got to be able to take my losses like I take my wins.
Absolutely.
And if I could take my wins and everybody can celebrate me, I got to be able to get criticized when I lose. And I'm not going across the side to do some extra shit to make everybody feel good about our loss. Yeah. And I think that's what he did. He tried to jump ahead of the loss and have everybody feel like he was being the ultimate sportsman.
Yeah.
And it didn't. It was unnecessary.
Backfired.
But didn't the coach wave the white flag?
But still, though, it backfired.
Regardless of the coach, because the coach has a different credence than the players do.
Yeah.
We don't owe other players anything but that line when we walk and we shake everybody's hand. We say good game. All of that. That ain't no pound, all hugs and all that. Everybody has a decision to do that. But if I just want to and get up out of here, or if I just want to do what LeBron do and go straight to the locker room, hey, I know y'all, I've been playing y'all all season long. Hey, man, fuck that. Y'all beat us, and I don't want to see none of y'all faces. Watch out. That's not being a sore loser. That's taking the loss personal.
That is.
I'm taking it personal. So if I see y'all backstage and it's like, yo, it's love, it's just not in the middle of the game where everyone's watching and seeing that I got the ultimate respect for losing. That's not being a competitor. That's not saying I want to be a champion one day. That's being like, you know what? If we punch you in the mouth soon enough, you'll come over here and say, hey, man, I know y'all punched me in my mouth, but I'll see y'all at dinner later.
But doing that. Josiah, did both coaches take out both their starters?
No, they were still in the game. San Antonio guys were still on the bench and still in the game. It was 8 minutes to go.
And they were getting blew out. Right, and then the Minnesota Timberwolves coach threw in the white flag.
Yeah.
Right? He was like, "Yo, it's it. Y'all not going back no matter what. It's over."
Cool. Okay.
So instead of him doing it after the game, I'm just get this out the way now and then I'm out.
Nah, it ain't no after. So think about the coach.
Okay.
If you're the coach, you're watching your player.
But I'm saying, your coach, he throws in the white flag. Listen, it don't matter. Y'all not getting back in. Listen, boom, boom, boom. All right, it's over.
But you're not going to get up from your bench and walk all the way down as a coach. If I see my player get up and go down there and then you like, what is he doing? And then he's dapping everybody up. When he come back over here, I'm calling another timeout. I'm calling another time. What the fuck was that, bro? What is you doing? Hey, man, I mean, they beat our ass. I don't want to hear none of that young, immature.
Who over there gonna tell him that?
Yeah, that was a
like it don't matter. I'm not saying somebody's gonna tell him that. I'm not saying nobody's gonna tell him. I'm saying somebody. If I'm the coach, I'm gonna tell him that.
Okay,
I'm saying time out. I don't care. He's gonna get the message that this ain't cool.
It ain't no message.
Yes, it is.
That we stuck and I'm out here playing with two bad knees.
The message is you're being a punk.
No, the message is
you're being a punk.
I'm out here with two
I don't care. You should have set your ass down if you're going to use your knees as an excuse. Use your knees as an excuse. Don't bring your ass out here.
Hell no.
The fuck you playing for?
Hell no.
So if you playing with two bad knees, take the ice, take your ass in the back, and get in the fucking ice tub.
Right.
You don't leave them alone.
And your ass
they just beat our ass. They just robbed us. They just robbed us for all our jewelry. And you like, hey, my nigga, hey, keep that jewelry, though. I mean, you had good guns. Man, fuck out of here, man. Nah.
Come on, man. I'm on two bad knees.
Nah.
We ain't got our best players.
Nah.
If that's how Chris talking to him, Chris, you can get your ass up out of here.
Nah.
Because first of all, I've been holding down this fucking organization.
You just went down there and pulled your skirt down, bro.
No,
you just went down there and pulled your skirt down, bro.
My coach
you
put
talking
the skirt
about?
down. My coach did.
No, the coach don't play. The coach don't play on the court. The coach don't play on the court.
The coach throwing the white flag. The coach said y'all not getting back in.
We're down 30. We're down 30.
I can't get back in.
No, you can't, because you ain't do shit when you was in.
Oh my my God.
You didn't do shit when you was in the game.
That's why we got out the first
Now
round.
sit your ass
We got out
out.
the first round because of me on 2 bad knees. We weren't even supposed to do that. But now we ain't doing
Why are we not in the next round because of you then?
Why
Why are we not in the next round because of you?
We're short-handed.
You want the motherfucking
short-handed.
credit? You take the criticism.
We're short-handed.
Sit your ass down
short-handed.
and wait till this shit hits 0. Then you go say what's up to all them niggas like you want to.
Hey, yo, remember
Until
when
then, man, watch out.
Remember when
That's some
Kobe
sucker shit.
quit on his team against the Lakers, right? Remember when Kobe quit on his team? Right?
He still shook hands.
Was that?
He still shook hands.
Was that respect for the game?
He still shook hands. Still shook hands.
I can't play with these guys.
Remember when LeBron quit on his team? Was that sportsmanship? Remember when LeBron did it? Remember 3 times? When he left out? Didn't shake nobody's hand, went to the fucking locker room with 3 minutes left. We seen it.
Not during the game.
We're not gonna say Kobe. We're gonna say everybody. Everybody done did it. He did it 3 times.
No, your favorite
So when the
player.
motherfuckers
Your
start
favorite
doing
player quit on
it and
this
they
team.
think they think
During
that
the
it's
game.
cool, it ain't cool. It ain't cool. It ain't cool.
Mamba mentality.
It ain't cool.
Come on, man.
It ain't cool.
Facilitator, Mr. B.
It ain't cool.
He quit on this team.
It ain't cool. We went back and won 2 more though. Quit that. Now, quit that. Thank you. Next.
Quit on your team.
Next.
Quit on your team. I can't play with these guys.
Next. Give me some guys I can play with. Next. I'll shake you niggas' hands, but I ain't going over there I ain't going down there to shake their hands.
So he wanted to improve his roster.
Don't matter. I got two in a row.
Give me some guys I can play
After
with.
that.
Would imply he wanted to improve his
Watch out.
Okay.
Man. Y'all watch out. You ain't me either. So don't even start saying you me. You not me.
Le GM, as they like to say.
Yeah, no, it was some. You just don't do that.
All right, well, let's
Sorry, he'll be back. It's Ant-Man. He'll be back.
It is Ant-Man.
He'll get healthy.
We will see if that's in Minnesota or elsewhere, but let's move on to our last topic of the day. So we talked about SGA winning his 2nd straight MVP yesterday, but there is a difference in being the most valuable player and the best player in this league. Obviously, the Spurs came in and spoiled SGA's MVP trophy presentation night before Game 1. Wemby became the youngest player in league history with a 40-point, 20-rebound game. Wemby was asked if he thinks he's the best player in the world right now, had this response.
Do I feel like it right now? I feel tired. But it's not a question I'm wondering right now. We'll see, you know. The world is 8 billion people, so it's 8 billion opinions.
Very composed, very measured, interesting analysis there. So we've had this conversation previously. I think we did last year after SGA won the MVP. Some felt that Jokic still the best player in the world even after that. Now SGA has gone back-to-back with the MVPs, but the Thunder did get smacked double overtime against Wemby. 3rd in MVP voting. Had the best defensive season in NBA history according to the Square Media. The only unanimous defensive player of the year in NBA history. But Skip, when you look around, in your opinion, who is the best player in the league right now?
I think tonight you'll see that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the best player in the world. And he has won back-to-back MVPs legitimately, decisively, for reasons that I've detailed on the show. And I know most people are prisoners of Wemby's incredible moment the other night when he made a 30-foot three-point shot to tie the game. And as a Thunder supporter and believer, I believe they're going to win this in 7 games, and I believe they'll win this tonight, and I believe they will figure some ways to keep him to a lower roar than he roared the other night. And he is on his way to becoming all-time great. Maybe he will become the greatest player ever in the history of this game at some point, but I don't think he's there yet, and I think you'll see that tonight. And SGA is there. He is the best player, the best leader, the best clutch player, and a very good defender in and of his own right. And he did have 5 steals the other night, and he did score 12 in the 4th quarter when it was time, and he did hit the shot that did tie the game and send it to overtime. And I'm just happy that we're doing this question, and I'm happy that the world has decided that Victor Wembanyama is the greatest player in the world, because the Thunder needed to hear this for 48 hours. And Chet Holmgren needed to hear this for 48 hours, and he needed to hear Kenyon say, it's time to put your big boy pants on. It's time to grow up and be a man. And whatever you have to give, you've got to give it, because he did average 17 and 9, did Chet Holmgren, and he did make the All-Star team. He made the All-Star team. That's pretty great for a kid his age. And now you need to say, I want him, I want to take him. Maybe I'll foul out in the first half, but I want to take him, and he's going to take my best shots. And I saw Chet maybe by accident have to take him late in that game 3 different times. And he made him work. He bothered Wemby as much as you can bother that 7'6" man or whatever he is. And Chet is 7 feet tall, might be 7'1". And you know, he can jump a little. He can jump a little. He's got a little spring to him. And because of that, I think he can bother Victor Wembanyama, and I think he will tonight. And I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will show up tonight in ways he hasn't shown up against San Antonio all year long. This is, to me, do or die for the home team, and I believe the home team will do. That's what I believe. And I believe by tomorrow, the world won't be saying Victor Wembanyama is by far the greatest player in the world. That's what I believe.
Let's shift over to you, Mr. B. Tough Crowd Golf, Country Club,
Yeah.
card-carrying member.
Yeah.
In your expert opinion, who is the best player in the league at this very moment?
Right now, I would have to say Wemby. He's been taking his game to the next level since the playoffs started. You know, with everything going on, even from last year not making the playoffs to this being your first year in the playoffs, you are definitely having a run. But also, man, that man over there in New York, Jalen Brunson, he's been doing his thing also. You know, they've been going through the playoffs too, and right now he's playing like one of the best Knicks players ever to put on that jersey. I know it's still early, but you know he's playing like it right now. But no, it's between him and Wemby. You know, I know he got one game against SGA on his MVP night, but you know this is going to be a long series. So right now it's out of those two to me.
So Kenyon, let's shift over to this side. I know you're a big Jokic fan.
Oh, so I was gonna ask. So we saying this, of the guys that still playing?
No, we're-
or
Yeah. I think
I'm saying at this very moment, who's the best basketball player,
in the National Basketball Association, not just still playing.
let alone the
Oh,
world?
you know, I'm not gonna deviate. I'm saying Wemby is there, Shea doing his thing. There's some dogs in the league, of course, but what Nikola is doing, I'm not gonna ignore. I yell it from the rooftop. When guys are doing things that we've never seen in history, not being as athletic as most and not doing it this way, but last 5-6 years, either 1 or 2 in MVP voting every year, I'm gonna go with that guy. Production and numbers and things are hard to ignore. The efficiency is hard to ignore. Makes his teammates better. It's hard to ignore. Leading the league in assists the last 2 years. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that guy. Big fella.
Rashad, let's move on to yourself.
But hold on one second, Rashad, before you go. Skip, my memory serves me like I used to listen to you be on the show, like, and I could vividly hear you saying my Spurs this, my Spurs that, my Spurs, my Spurs, my Spurs. It was always my Spurs.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So when
Okay.
did Oklahoma City become last year when they won it?
No. 2 years.
Because they only been in Oklahoma
Okay.
City for a handful of years.
Yeah. So, born and raised in Oklahoma City for
I heard
my
you say you
first
spent
18
your first
years.
18 years there.
Yes.
It was,
then-
but let me ask you a question. Maybe I don't know this or not. But when your first 18 years of your life, did
No.
did they have a basketball team?
No,
The closest thing to y'all was maybe the Sooners, right? You was from.
definitely.
Okay, all right.
So then when I went to Dallas, Texas to be the columnist there when I was 25 years of age at the Dallas Morning News, maybe you read it once upon a time, I don't know.
Probably so.
There was no basketball team.
Okay.
It was pre-Mavericks.
Gotcha.
And so for my basketball fix, I would have to go to San Antonio and watch one of the greatest players I ever watched, George Gervin, who was the Iceman. It's not Caleb Williams, it was George Gervin.
I dig it.
There are several Icemen nowadays.
Yeah, there are lots of Icemen. Yeah. That was the one and only original to me.
Okay.
And I became a Spurs fan at that point, but really became a Spurs fan when they broke through in '99 and won in that strike year with Tim Duncan. And I loved Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili. And I was never a Popovich fan, but I loved those three. And once LeBron came along, the arch rival for LeBron, obviously, as they began to clash, became the San Antonio Spurs. So all my years on First Take, I was a Spurs supporter.
I remember, vividly.
And then when the Thunder rose up in 2012, I've said this 1,000 times on the air, that team of Durant, Westbrook, and Harden, I clashed with all of them repeatedly. They didn't like me, and I slowly but surely did not like them. And I found them as a threesome unlovable and unembraceable. And I took a lot of crap for it, and I was a wanted man in my hometown of Oklahoma City because of that.
Okay, I dig.
So they turned me completely away from the Thunder, and I think all three have shown in their different ways to be pretty unlikable off the floor. That's just me, for all the reasons that we've talked about. And even Durant was all over me for criticizing Westbrook for taking more shots than Kevin Durant took. In that first year of 2012 they broke through, he would constantly rip me and say, Skip Bayless doesn't know shit about basketball, while I'm defending Kevin because he was a much better scorer and shooter to me than Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
That was like blatantly, painfully obvious. So that's what happened.
Okay.
They turned me away from the Thunder, and 3 years ago I came back to the Thunder because this team right now is lovable to me because it's a TEAM team. They win together, they lose together. They're just fun to watch because they play hard. So I am now I'm now what I should have been from the start, a Thunder fan.
I dig it. All right. I was.
There you go.
I thought my memory was. Well, I know who you're gonna pick for the best player in the league. So
how did he become a Spurs fan?
That's just since Wemby got
Wemby.
Just Wemby. That's it.
Wamba.
He is Wemby, and we know he is gonna pick Wemby. Wemby is it, that, and some.
All right.
McCants, so
I think we need to get back to what the fans and the Hooper community knows to be true. If I was to put in to ChatGPT, stats from SGA, stats from Joker, stats from Wemby, what would it spit back out to me when I asked it, who's the best player?
I thought you were talking Hoopers, not ChatGPT.
Yeah, just let me get to it. Can I get to it? I'll let y'all cook. I'll let you cook. It would spit back out what? Joker probably is the best, or SGA because of da-da-da-da. But ChatGPT don't got no eyes. It can't watch the game. And this is what we've done in the basketball community. We've gone off metrics of data. Everyone gets mad at the nerds for bringing analytics in because it goes away from what we see to be true. Somebody tells me that Kobe Bryant's number 9 all time and trying to tell me that I didn't see some shit that I seen. Then you're trying to tell me that I'm not watching Victor Wembanyama. What you said, he could go down as the greatest basketball. How you can give him this much potential at 22, but then not say he's the best player on the floor right now? And you would bring up all these stats about why he's not. And I would say, but what am I watching? I just watched him do 41 and 24. And I watched him control the whole game on the defensive side and the offensive side. He did it all year. Unanimous defensive player of the year at 22 years old. First time ever. Debut. Never been to the playoffs before. Debut against the Oklahoma City Thunder I went 4-1 all season against. Whoop they ass. I'm gonna whoop your ass again. Game 1. Record. Wilt. We ain't seen shit like this since Wilt. But somehow, some way, they want to trick the fans and the audience into believing that the numbers are more important than what you actually seeing in real time. If you threw together a collage of highlights of Victor Wembanyama in comparison to everybody else, I can guarantee you they would throw the other highlights away. This guy.
Those are highlights.
This guy is one of a kind. Blocking shots, running down, shooting from the logo off 1 foot. Why are you doing that, Victor? Why are you doing that? That's weird. That's weird. Did you block somebody's shot twice, like Kenyon Martin used to do? Bloop, bloop.
So I dare you once again, pick a sweep. Tell me the Spurs are going to sweep.
This was not in the rundown, but it always comes back to this.
It always
You have
because if they don't sweep, I guess I'm wrong, right? You can win one game, you feel good.
You feel
I like 7. I like to take you and stretch. Stretch your arms.
I think you're going to get stretched.
Mr. Elastic, stretch that motherfucker and let you see every single game about why I'm the motherfucking MVP. You're going to see every game. Why?
Well, then I'm going to see 3 losses, right?
No, what's the record now? 5-1?
1-0 in the postseason. Well, speaking of Spurs Thunder, let's wrap up today with our playoff picks powered by Underdog's prediction markets. So let's take a look at the updated standings, if we can.
Is that another dub?
I think everybody. With Knicks, if I'm not mistaken.
Keep going up, don't it?
Yeah, we both picked the same teams.
The whole couch, I think, was it.
Everybody picked two.
At a New York
You
State
picked
of
San
Mind.
Antonio, we picked but the other game everybody picked the Knicks.
Yesterday on this very couch.
Yes, we all picked the Knicks.
I could have swore y'all
So
picked the
San
Cavs.
Antonio again, right?
No, we all picked the Knicks.
Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals tonight in OKC. Thunder dropped Game 1 of the Spurs in double overtime behind a Wemby masterclass. As we have already talked about, Thunder still sizable favorites in Game 2 to tie the series up at 1 game apiece. OKC 69% chance to win Game 2. Spurs 33% chance to take a commanding 2-0 lead back to San Antonio. So, Rashad, we will start with you. Who wins Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals?
Gonna go 2-0. Spurs.
You have taken the San Antonio Spurs to take a 2-0 series lead against the defending champion, Oklahoma City
But
Thunder.
you're sticking with 7?
Yeah. If you shoot high, you don't have to shoot low. All right? You shoot high, and then if we come up and we do sweep you, it's more of a celebration.
Kenyon, let's move on to you. Who are you taking tonight, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals? This could help you close the gap on shot.
Close the gap on shot. That's what it sounds like. They're always trying to close the gap on me.
Still in first place.
Or improve your,
Shit.
increase the gap, excuse me.
I'm gonna go Spurs on the road, man.
So we have 2 Spurs.
He can't lose if he agree with me.
And I was gonna say,
Can't lose if he agree with me.
interesting strategy. As long
That's
as
a
you guys-
very
as long
good
as you guys go
strategy.
the same-
If he can't
He will
lose, and we
hold
both lose. He gonna still be
will hold
hold on.
on.
So it don't matter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, because Wim proves he's the best player on the floor, man. So until something change, I'm gonna go with the Spurs.
All right, Skip, let's move to this side.
Oh, you know, yeah.
You want to go?
It's only one choice for Skip.
Spurs 5-1. I mean, I'm the Spurs. I ain't changing that until they.
And you getting Fox back?
Good.
You know what? I'm gonna go OKC.
Already.
I'm gonna go OKC.
Just hold it down, B.
I'm gonna go OKC tonight.
Why?
I think they tied up 1-1. I mean, SJ is still who he is. You know, when he gets boomed on, he does come back, and he always answers. He's always been a guy that's talked about consistency and being able to go back to the table and figure things out. So this guy has seen everything, and I think tonight he'll be able to come back and show who he is.
Boom.
And Chet, I think Chet's going to get the message.
Chet hologram.
So who got boomed on?
Oh, when OKC was getting boomed on all year, when it was 5-1,
You
like
said SGA got boomed on, right?
Yeah.
The boom.
Yeah.
I'll just make sure you say it with your chest a little bit. Say
boom.
boom, boom.
Yeah, I said boom.
Bada boom, bada bing.
There was a boom what response? We will.
There was a
Where'd
boom
the
what?
boom go?
There was a boom what?
If the boom
I'm just here to
delivered
talk
once
music,
again by
man.
San Antonio.
Man, I'm just here to talk basketball.
Who you taking?
I've never heard the album, so I don't know.
Game 2, Spurs.
They told us,
Oh, it's cold.
they told us don't push play.
It's cold. It's cold.
I ain't gonna push play.
It's cold. It's icy.
I got right back to that wall.
So, a year ago, the Thunder lost Game 1 at home to Joker. And they won the series in 7 games. And a year ago, they lost Game 1 at home of the NBA Finals to Halliburton on a great last-second shot. And they won the finals in 7 games. And I want to remind you that in last year's finals, pivotal Game 5, Jalen Williams, who did make the All-Star team a year ago, scored 40 points. It was at home. And I believe Jalen Williams will come up huge tonight. I think he's ready to be back. He needed 1 game to get his legs underneath him.
She had 26.
He scored 26 and he took 25 shots, 2 more than SGA took.
Yeah.
Made 11 of 25. So I think he's ready for a bigger game than 26. And they need a bigger game from him because the onus and focus will obviously be on the 2-time MVP. I do think Chet will play much bigger than he has. And I do think that the Thunder will do what they always do. They're going to win this game 2, and they're going to win this series in 7 games. I'm sticking with that.
All right. We got our picks up for this evening. We will see what happens. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody on this couch. As always, shout out to our crew. Punctual, diligent. Always make sure the fridge is sufficiently stocked with an assortment of fine beverages. For that, you are appreciated. But this has been another episode of Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! We will see y'all tomorrow.